Hello, hello, and welcome to the inaugural episode of Elsewhither, Tales of a Broken Land. Those of you who are astute or nerdy or part of the table may have noticed that the first name, Elsewhither, is obviously a continuation of a previous campaign. Elsewhither is our theme for Sunday. It is where our party go around the world, traveling and seeing the world as it progresses chronologically. So this campaign takes place about 6 months after the previous one ended, with the brutal and savage death of 4 out of 5 player characters. And, more importantly, a dragon. So, if I may, let me just set the scene for you a little before we begin. We are in Vazra, in the country of Gallania, a large land to the west known as the Home of Dragons. Move my text over here so I'm not staring to the right, weirdly, like I'm staring you down. Large land to the west known as the Home of Dragons in Gallania. There has been a civil war for over 100 years that ended about a year ago with the death of Emperor Kizan. Emperor Kizan did many bad things, and his attempt to tame the Savage West, who he viewed as lesser and savage, resulted in a lot of brutality, but also in much of the eastern side of the Savage West, which was a much larger land at the beginning of the Civil War, becoming more civilized, more cultured, more technologically astute. Nevertheless, in the further Savage West, where they held him at bay, there were many hardships incurred from the war. Also, Josh has a pair of hands just stuck on his head. Is that ever going to go away? Or is that just,
let me
click
it again. Does that get rid of it?
It would seem not. Okay, well, yeah. Never mind. That's consider yourself clapped. Anyway, post the death of the Emperor, the great black dragon Zorakthin, the Black Storm, swooped down from the north and began a reign of tyranny over the Savage West, lasting 6 months. Whilst only short, it was extremely destructive, resulting in the death of many towns and villages. His cult, the Fangs of the Dragon, conscripted cult members and drove monsters and civilization alike into the wilderness. The sort of knock-on effect of this were monsters raiding towns and villages more often, sort of causing trouble with those towns and villages, thus creating even more problems. So in the aftermath of this invasion, a lengthy war, and then a tyrannical black dragon and its cult, the Savage West is a little broken. And as such, the University of Vazra has paired up with the Sheik of Tharoon to send out some aid parties, really, to try and restore and replenish the broken land, to try and aid those in need. Josh, can you just turn your camera off and on again? You. I kind of, if I have to look for much longer, I'm going to get really angry. And that right there is what you guys have signed up for. And in the beautiful city of Vazra, the largest city now in Gallania, a beautiful city of marble and flowers. There is a large dock, and in the dock is the Sea Maiden. The Sea Maiden is the ship that is going to be taking our player characters to where they are going. The University of Vazra has told you all to be there at dawn. Who thinks that they would be prompt and prim and early to arrive? Who doesn't want to go first? So, because I know he enjoys it so very much, I will pick on. He already knows what's coming. Rico, as Tala
himself.
I wonder who we're talking about.
As Tala arrives at the Sea Maiden, which I can show you guys what the Sea Maiden looks like. Here she is. Look at that. Beautiful ship, ready to go. As Tala arrives at the Sea Maiden, please describe your character.
Physically? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. What do they look like? What are they wearing? As she crosses the very well reinforced gangplank.
I don't know if anyone can tell, but I came in character today in my deep blue robe. But yes, so Tala is a Loxodon. She's large by regular person standards, but in terms of Loxodon, she's not particularly tall. I think she probably stands around 7'6", 7'7". But she's a hefty gal. I guess the only really Loxodon thing that you need to know is that her ears are not like the large sort of like African elephant style ears. They're more an Asian elephant little. Oh, we have a picture up. Very nice. Oh no, we don't. She is a priestess or a cleric of the constellation. So she is draped in these dark midnight blue robes that have some sort of like gold. What's the word I'm looking for? Embroideries at the trim, depicting likely the constellations themselves. But her robe is not like maybe the typical constellation robe that you would have seen their normal clerics in the city of Vazra wearing. It's more styled on her traditional garb. Being a Loxodon, she is from the Savage West, from the island of Zira. So it's kind of just like draped around her very loosely, kind of like various layers of it are like tucked in, sort of draped and closed and strategically. But her arms are bare, and she wears the traditional jewelry, we'll say, of her people. So she has this sort of brass like headdress plate that's got some sort of embellishments going on, and she wears like some beaded jewelry on her wrists, and her tusks are also wrapped in sort of like colored cord or bead or what have you. She's carrying likely some sort of traveling gear, like a bag or a pack.
You have been informed that you won't need any like tents, blankets, shelter, that sort of stuff. But you'll still need, any armor you're going to wear, any weapons you're going to use, any, all of that sort of stuff. And
the only real armor or weapon of note that she's carrying with her is a large circular shield that looks to be of like brass or gold or yellowish colorment. And so I have like a picture that you'll have to. I'll post it in the Elsewhither chat. But basically, file. So if you imagine the shield, the front of the shield is sort of like split into sort of quadrants. Oh, I counted them last night. Now I don't remember how many gods there are in the pantheon, but basically split into that many
I think
quadrants.
It's 47, just off the top of my head.
Well, if there's more than 4, they're not quadrants, but that's just technical guys coming to yell at everyone.
Yes. That's true. Sections, sorry, Joe. But so what I posted in the Elsewhither chat is kind of like, it's a star chart. If you imagine getting rid of all of the Asian characters and any sort of like labels on that, and just looking at the sort of little dots, the stars actually on that chart. That is what is on the front of her shield, and where the stars would be, they're actually like purposely bored sort of little holes.
So the light, if you were to cast light behind it, it would shine out through the stars. Yeah, beautiful.
And yeah, she just has this kind of serene grace about her, and she's standing there looking around, fresh faced and ready to see the morning.
Yeah, and you will see, stood at the bottom of the gangplank, a gnome with a very, very shiny bald head, and a very, very long black beard braided all the way down to his toes, holding what looks like a sort of medieval clipboard, if you will. It is just a big slab of wood with a piece of parchment just nailed into the middle of it. And he looks up and says, "Name!"
Hello, I am Tala.
Ah.
Good morning.
too.
Thank you.
And as he gestures to you up the gangplank, you may proceed. Well, that's annoying. I can't point on this. Up the gangplank. To do that now. As you walk up, you'll see a very friendly-looking, fairly burly Dragonborn sailor with dark blue scales. He looks at you and says, "Oh, good day, welcome. You must be one of the assigned aid groups. Which cabin have you been assigned to?"
Cabin 2, please.
"We'll show you the way. I believe you're the first of your group to arrive." And he will lead you down to basically a small corridor with 3 cabins in the underdeck. I never know which one's the deck, which one's the underdeck. Basically, you're not above you're not in the open air, and you're not in the bowels of the ship. You're in the middle bit. You go down 1 ladder, not 2. And you'll head to one of 3 cabins, and then you can see there's a captain's quarters all the way at the end. He'll show you to cabin 2, and he gestures for you to head on in.
I will do so.
Okay, and you will be returned to later. So sort of a little couple of minutes, if that, later. Ardurak will arrive, and Joe, please describe your character, please.
Yeah, so Ardurak is a Dragonborn. He's again, tall for like regular people maybe, but I didn't have him real huge within Dragonborn range, like 6'2" or something. He is copper and quite visibly a little bit older, as he's got that verdigris kind of patina towards the sort of long pointed chin and up on the tips of horns and little, all the sort of extra little spiny bits. That kind of almost give that sort of almost a beard-like impression to his face, and he wears sort of traditional tweed hunting jacket and what I guess I would call a vest, but I don't know if you guys say waistcoat or vest doesn't mean the same thing over there. Sometimes it's like a stupid shirt or something.
We know
whatever. Yeah, I know you know, but I'm like, wait a second. And complete with. Because I couldn't go back and talk myself out of it. Tweed flat cap tucked, sort of just like pulled onto some of those little hornlets so that it doesn't fall out of place. But still, the 2 main horns like show behind, and kind of a sort of loose ascot type scarf type thing, just sort of cream colored. The tweed itself is kind of like a darkish green, just kind of sort of blend-in-y dark color, but with a little bit of hint of the greenness to the verdigris on his flesh as well. But prominently, he is not alone. With him, sort of healed, following along at his side, and just behind is a silver drake, very dog-like in demeanor and size, and I've been I spent another couple of hours last night trying to like make art happen that was satisfying to me. So the description may change as that effort proceeds, but there. Okay, you went with that, and I like that cute one relatively well.
It's very cute.
I just went with the last thing I was sent.
Yeah, no, that's good. I did more after that and didn't think anything further was worth sending. It's like a little too muscly. You can't get them to stop doing that. But I like that it's not fully draconic in the face. It's kind of more exotic and weird, but has a little bit of that mysterious nastiness to the sort of pinched face and eyes. But a little bit of fur on sort of over the head and down the back, and mostly the tail, and what are obviously inoperable winglets. But yeah, that's pretty much him. Especially if he's not geared up for if he's just getting on ship, you would probably certainly see his bows, but the rest of his gear, I would imagine, is sort of packed away at the moment.
And just for our audience, he is a Drakewarden Ranger.
Yes, indeed.
As you approach, you see this gnome, shiny head, long braided hair. What's up?
Well met, good man. Ardurak Kuprixford Esterling.
Coming to! Head up the gangplank.
Thank you kindly, yes.
And as you go and Sterling begins to follow, he looks to Sterling and goes, halt! Name!
My companion's name is Sterling, good man.
Not registered!
Well, he doesn't take
hear
up tremendous.
It's fine, let them up. Come on. The blue Dragonborn sort of gestures and the gnome sort of, oh, very well. Wish you'd give me correct documentation.
Thank you.
And the Dragonborn sort of looks up to you and greets you in Draconic, saying, which, just a reminder, traditionally Draconic is not the language used in Vazra, even though it is almost all Dragonborn. They will still speak in common for the most part, but sort of it's a sort of a very friendly way of greeting. It's a little like using a dialect tone where he just gives you a sort of, welcome board in Draconic and then says in common, which cabin have you been assigned to?
I believe in between there he said 2.
Wonderful. One of your members has already arrived only a few minutes ago. I'll just show you the... Oh, would you mind hanging on just a moment? I think they might also be with you. And he will point down at a pair that are just arriving. Yes, who wants to be a pair? As you see... does it not actually show their art, Josh? I've just read your message. Sorry, I wasn't scrolled down. Mark, as you and Josh arrive together, please describe your character.
Yeah, I think Theogar is like kind of hastily putting himself together. It's one of those things where he was up all night anticipating this morning and like being really excited for it, and then kind of like missed the alarm to get ready, and so like he's a little disheveled, like kind of latching everything on and like making sure that he has everything in his pouches and stuff. He's wearing a very like homespun sweater. Looks incredibly soft and kind of breathable, almost like a fisherman's sweater sort of thing, of like something that like fits him perfectly, like it's tailored, but it's like very simple, not in an ostentatious sort of way. He's got his like shield strapped to his back and a fairly nice warhammer tied to his waist. Again, nothing flashy, just like looks like it's very like well crafted, and is just kind of trying to put himself together, trying to like not forget anything important as he's running down here to keep up.
Mm-hmm. And for our audience, he is a barbarian of the
World Tree.
The World Tree.
Bethel World Tree. Yep.
Do you know what? I keep calling it Path of the Night Sky and then going to look it up on the fuck is this subclass? So for the context, we've reflavored Path of the World Tree as Path of the Night Sky. The abilities are all still the same. It is just something that fits a little better in this particular world, and isn't on D&D Beyond, so every time I look for it, I can't find it. And right at your side, Josh, please describe your character.
She is a Kalashtar. She has long, flowing, like she's just come out of a shampoo commercial, pure white hair. She's wearing a two-toned, very classic jester outfit of blues and purples that have little bells on the cuff and the skirt, and little boots that also have bells. She's got a satchel around her that has probably a couple of music instruments like poking out the top of it, and she's probably walking slightly quicker than Theo. There's definitely like a bounce in her step, and she looks very excited. And she's a College of Glamour bard.
I'm just gonna go backwards just a moment. First of all, to Rico, and just ask, would anybody have come to bid you farewell? Would anybody have come down to the docks with you, or do you think you would have said your farewells and come alone?
Yeah, I probably would have said my farewells at the temple and been given, some things from them, just like blessings and small trinkets and gifts. Probably. I forgot to mention, she does carry a very simple mace. just like sort of strapped to like her side, which was a gift from the temple to be like, hey, protect yourself.
Okay. Ardurak, would you have come down with any hangers-on and well-wishers, or would you have come alone?
Nope, Sterling is the only companion he has.
Just because I'm very aware that these two would be here with, likely, their parents. So you will see this group, as you turn Ardurak, you look down the gangplank, you'll see this group of this Goliath and this Kalashtar, and then behind them, two very proud and happy-looking dwarves. He's dwarves, right? I have got that correct. Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
Just so one of you gave me a very strange look. I was like, oh shit. And yes, as the gnome sort of looks up at you and says, "Name!" One of the dock workers who is nearby sort of says, "Really?" As if like it's not necessarily that you two should be known, but the fact that, like, as a group of four, like, very distinctive, probably the only family of two dwarves and a Goliath and a Kalashtar in Vazra. But nevertheless, he will look up and name to the two of you.
Yeah, I kind of like jump a little at the outburst. Celeste Dawnstar, and this is Theogar Dawnstar. Sorry, I said
Theogar.
Dawnstar. I meant Dawnstar.
No. Points for how you
yes. 2. Got it.
And as you get to the top of the gangplank, you will see a blue and a copper Dragonborn waiting for you, and the blue Dragonborn will say, Cabin 2 also, I believe, you'll be with this gentleman here. This is Ardurak. This is Celeste and Theogar. You can see that he's trying to remember from a list in his head. And then he'll say, might I guide you to your cabin? Is that all right?
Of course, it's a pleasure. And I'll put my hand out.
You're going to say your hand in my luggage. You put your hand down, that's much better. Yeah, he'll sort of look at it and sort of hesitate.
No, not him, James, to Joe.
Oh, I see. Right, well, that'll confuse him way less. Please do.
Awkward gesture, then Theogar puts his hand out to the other Dragonborn so he's not left out.
Nice to meet you, miss. Well, I think I might. Dawnstar, did I hear?
Yes.
Yes. I've associated with your parents from time to time.
Oh, lovely.
And as the group of you are led towards the cabin, I'm going to cut just so that we have all that greeting roleplay together. You will just say, "Woo, you're going to be great. You're going to be amazing. We love you, Theogar." Something like you'll hear from your parents, like shouting, like totally inappropriately, shouting out their love and fond gestures to you both. And as the two of you, head down to the cabin, last to arrive. And I don't know if that's a fair reflection on your character, Jack. I'm sorry if it is not. But somebody had to be first and somebody had to be last. Jack, please describe your character.
Let me tell you, it's very fair.
Oh,
It's so those of you who are very perceptive, you can probably hear me coming before you actually see me as I rattle, and like it sounds like a group of pots and pans has come towards the ship as I'm running full speed with my little legs of all of 3'3", coming along, barreling down the street, going, wait up, and then I march down the bloody deck, and I'm about not the deck, the pier, and I walk up, and I'm just like, oh, I think I'm gonna spew. Nah, I'm good. Ooh. Well, all those stars. I really thought I was gonna. And then I just projectile
lovely
into the ocean, into the sea. After a bit.
What is he wearing?
Bit, yeah.
What is he what do we see of him?
After a bit, he comes up, and then you see him a bit pale faced now, but he's wearing a green sort of coat, thick leather coat, although it doesn't look like it's giving him much protection because you can see all bits of material just sewn into it to try and keep it together. Like, so it looks like like your favorite pair of jeans are just like they've got holes all over them, but like you just keep them around because you love him. He's got a wide brimmed hat, and he's got a blue scarf and a blue sash. He's got just a regular shirt, but all over him you can see all bits of tools and sort of all bits and pieces that he's got strapped to him in all various places, and you can see like some like weird like metal, like small like metal sort of oblong shape at his hip, and it doesn't look like it fits in with anything. It's very like it's very smooth compared to everything being like a tool and stuff like that. You're like, what the hell's that? But anyway, he walks up and he's like, oh, did I miss it? Oh no, the ship's right in front of me. I didn't miss it. What?
So,
Oh.
Gnome shouts right in your face, like really, like.
You gotta keep it down, mate. I've got a hangover that could kill a bloody.
No!
I don't know. I can't think of it. Duncan. Duncan Billytea.
No! Shouts in your face, points up the gangplank.
I might need one of those. Head up there.
Yeah, and as you do so, you'll see, like, almost reaching out towards you, trying to judge if you are going to be okay on your own, given your issues at the pier. The Dragonborn sort of, Blue Dragonborn sort of reaches down and, welcome. I believe you're the last of your group, cabin 2. I'll just take you to your cabin if that's okay.
Oh, yeah, that's alright.
Okay, wonderful. And indeed, I believe you're the very last person that we're waiting on, so shipping will be off any moment soon, and then he'll lead you to the cabin. He'll gesture you to go inside, and he'll say, your information pack and university supplies have been provided upon the table. Please make each other's acquaintances, open up the pack, have a little look. And just there, he'll show you a little bowl, and inside are these sort of like green gelatinous small cubes. Each one of you should have one of those. They'll melt in your mouth, and then just swallow them down. They prevent all seasickness, which you will find very convenient, I'm sure. Obviously, you won't all be able to take rest at once. Some of you will have to sleep at different times to others. So please make yourself comfortable. Welcome aboard, and we're very glad to have you. The Sea Maiden has made this journey many, many times and has never encountered any trouble whatsoever, so you can be sure that trouble will come upon us this time. And then he sort of smiles and says, no, seriously, we expect no trouble on this journey. The journey will take about 5 days. Please, make yourself at home. Any questions, you're more than welcome to ask. Come and find me, ask me. I am a member of the crew, but responsible for passengers. And when he says this, anybody who is proficient in insight may give me an insight check.
Uh, 15 for me.
Okay.
11 from Tala.
Okay.
Unnatural 20.
Nice. So just a quick reminder, guys, that Roll20 and D&D Beyond are going to display completely different things because they're broken. Some of you have not had the wonderful experience of this yet. I'll take the unnatural 20 for now, but going forwards, if you are using Beyond 20, just take the roll that's in Roll20 because it's the one that we and chat see.
Okay.
We'll take the unnatural 20 for now. Regardless, the DC was a 12, so I think all three of you succeeded, was that right? Or did Tyler get an 11, did you say?
Tala got an 11, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the two of you will notice he's definitely been given a non-sailing role for a reason. Perhaps, he's obviously quite good with people, but perhaps not the most competent sailor there is. But he will tell you that his name is Cleric. And if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to come and find him.
Well, thank you so
for that.
much.
And may Karina's blessings be upon our journey.
Indeed. and all the race dragons as they watch us from the sky. With that, he will close the door firmly behind him and head off. Yes, no sky in here. Well, there is a little window, I suppose. That's nice. And yeah, you guys, within moments, the ship will begin to sort of rock a little as they're unanchoring it and such, and you guys can make each other's acquaintance. So the five of you are present.
Yeah, I think I'll turn to Tala and Duncan and say, "It's a pleasure to meet you both. I'm Celeste Dawnstar," and I hold out a hand for. I guess I'll go Tala first to shake.
Yeah, Tala will embrace your hand and probably place her other on sort of your shoulder or something. Andromeda's blessings on you. My name is Tala.
It's a pleasure. And then I'll take my hand over to Duncan.
That's one hell of a get-up you got there.
Thank you. It's a traditional outfit for those of the university.
Looks very hard to get on.
There's just a zip of the back. It's very easy.
You're a student. What is your field of study?
Bardcraft.
Ah. Well, then may Lyra shine on you.
Oh, thank you. It's so heartwarming to see so many people, taking time out of their lives to help those less fortunate.
Well, it's always good to be the light for another.
Do we notice the information leaflets in the room?
Yeah, so sat in the middle of the room is one very simple bag. You were told that was your supplies, and as you look over, it's a sort of a yellowy gold leather embossed with sort of strips of black. And as you you can see that it's slightly open as you a glance of it. It is clearly, as one might say, bigger on the inside. Yeah, as you head over to the table and sort of open it up, as players, you can have a look in your party inventory, which will tell you everything that's inside. But I will let you know that inside are at the very top 5 little sort of envelopes with each of your names on them. So you might wish to take that first. That is your Savage West information pack, or it probably says expedition information on it on the front, but it is your Savage West information pack. Beneath that are a few books. There is the basic book of Orcish. There is a map of the Savage West and a smaller map of the area you're expected to be visiting. And then there are also 2 clearly magical books. The first of these is a very simple sort of dark red leather-bound journal. But the way you know it's magical is the title itself is sort of rewriting itself constantly. So it sort of says journal, diary, book, our tales, and it keeps changing as you look at it. The second has a moving image on the front of various different beasts and is called the Transient Beastery Book, which will probably annoy Joe because Beastery is quite specifically a book, and then it's Beastery Book, so it's a book. But it is what it says. It says Transient Beastery Book. The envelopes will explain that, and then as you sort of pick up that book, you'll see like a bunch of stuff moves beneath, and there are 5 tents, 5 blankets, 5 healing potions, and 3 magical scrolls. Well, you can't see there are 3. There's a simple scroll case, but if you were to pull it out and open it up, you'll see there are 3 scrolls, 2 of Goodberry and 1 of Create Food and Water. Create Food and Drink, whichever it's called now, or whatever that spell.
What's in there?
Yeah, saying that we've all got each envelopes with our names on them, or hand them all out.
Yeah, and you can read them in D&D Beyond, but you can also read them here. It does all say the same stuff. And it will say, sort of at the very top, it will say dear and then your name. Then it will say, below is your information pack for your expedition. We hope this information is helpful and that you find yourself well prepared. And I'm not going to read it all, but I will read the first two and the last paragraph. So the first paragraph says, the Savage West is a harsh and untamed land. And as it says this, the boat begins to move away and out of the harbour, meaning that as soon as you read that sentence, there is no turning. The Savage West is a harsh and untamed land where heat, danger, and uncertainty define daily life. Tradition and magic remain deeply rooted in the peoples who inhabit these lands, and whilst such customs have endured for generations, the region itself has suffered greatly in recent times. For over a century, the Savage West was embroiled in a brutal war against Emperor Kizan, whose forces sought to conquer and civilize its peoples. In the aftermath of his death just over a year ago, the war came to an end, but the land did not find peace. Yada yada continues, and it then says, our aim is to assist in repairing the damage the Savage West has suffered, and to help the peoples of those lands who have suffered greatly in recent times. Our secondary goal, of far less importance, and those of you with an passive insight of 6 or higher will realize this is probably their main goal as a university, but a lesser goal in terms of the Sheik and the people. Of far less importance is to study, learn, and record information about the land itself, its creatures, and its people. For that purpose, you have been given a bestiary and a journal. This is before I discovered the bestiary is not spelt with the word beast in it, by the way. The bestiary should be used to capture images of any beasts or monsters encountered, as well as any notable details. The journal should be used to record all other information. This information will be duplicated at the paired versions of these books in the University of Vazra. Thank you for your contribution. And then there is a lot of information about the places, which I will let you guys discover. And then there is the final paragraph. We wish you the very best in your journey, and thank you for your efforts in aiding the people of the Savage West and expanding the knowledge of the University of Vazra. You've been provided with a resource pack to assist you in your travels, including scrolls and potions that should be used sparingly. DM note 2. Very sparingly. Tents and blankets for your comfort, sending stones that can be used to contact the university, specifically once per day, Professor Aldrich. A basic book on the Orcish language, which does actually contain a bunch of phrases if you do wish to open it up. I will ping it out in Roll20 as well, so you have it. I hope it doesn't come in too useful. A map of the Savage West, an orb of direction, a rod of endless light, and a bag in which to carry all your supplies, as well as standard supplies. And then in tiny little writing at the bottom in scroll that is almost impossible to read, it says, the University of Vazra cannot guarantee your safety during this expedition. Participation is voluntary and undertaken at your own risk.
Yeah, fluff.
As everyone's looking through the information, Theo will kind of like nudge Ardurak a little bit, and he's still holding the gelatinous cube that we're supposed to take for sickness. I'm sorry, was I supposed to swallow this, hold it in my mouth, or chew it? I couldn't figure out which one.
I think they said. Sorry, reading. Fascinating, of course. Reading aboard ship. This is. Most of my previous travel has been by teleportation, you see. I think we just pop those in the mouth, and once they're squished up enough to swallow, do so.
Okay, thank you. And he'll just pop it into his mouth and follow instructions.
Yeah, that seems to be the way to do it. As soon as you put it in your mouth, it just disappears to water, and you just swallow it. Or liquid. It doesn't disappear to water, that would be very stupid.
Has anyone here ever been back to been to the West before?
No, never.
Can't say as I have.
I've been west of Vazra before.
I've been on a fair few expeditions, but in the southern deserts, south of the capital, see, so.
That's good. And do you miss the Billytea?
Yeah, I have.
Oh.
I thought you said Mr. Ability. I was like, what a name!
It'll be a long time
Anyway.
since I've returned, but...
Oh, you're from there?
Yes. From far to the west.
I'm gonna take a seat on one of the beds, and I look at Tala like with a complete focus. What is it like over there?
Well, the west is quite a vast region. There are places that are quite beautiful, actually. And there are others that seem like hell on earth.
Oh,
But it was my home.
the beautiful places, right? Not the hell on earth.
Oh yes, the island of Zira was very beautiful indeed. Off the coast of Othel.
Well, maybe we'll get to visit it while we're here.
Tala will sort of give a almost like sad smile and look down a bit and say, perhaps. But I believe we have more important tasks at hand. We
Just
must
a,
help these people.
just a real quick note for what it's worth. Vreshak is the town you are sailing to, or the village. Zira is the island that Tala was speaking about, where she's from. And from what you're aware, you're going to go from Vreshak to Tharoon, and then your first town of importance is Sarnak Tarul, which is over there. That's in your information back, Sarnak Tarul. Just so that you guys have a concept of where we are. Just realised the
Duncan,
ancient
where...
wine is still on the map.
Duncan, where have you been in the West?
Oh.
Oh, something went horribly wrong.
And it did it twice, at least.
Whoa.
Okay, fine, I won't ask that question.
Yeah, don't ask that question.
Yeah.
Is there something wrong? It's all fixed now?
I don't know, I'm refreshing.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Reloading,
Yes, sir.
reloading, roll 20 for me.
Oh, yep, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
I look up here and I gulp down the gelatinous cube, and I'm like, I was over there for research purposes.
Can I tell if he's lying?
Yeah, give me an insight check. It's real high DC.
That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, 100%. He's purposely vagabondating and also lying through his teeth.
Yeah. You see Celeste's eyes kind of soften as you say that. I didn't mean to intrude. If there's, you don't have to talk about something you don't want to. It's okay.
There's nothing I don't want to talk about. So, I was over there in. I visited Vreshak. Who wants to play chess?
I don't know how to play, so maybe you could teach me?
Yeah, I'll teach you. And I bring out the board, and, shooting the pieces spill everywhere. I'm like, oh, fuck. And I'm just crawling on my hands and knees to try and get them all up.
I'd be happy to give it a game a bit later, man.
Oh, okay. Let me just clean up real quick.
I gently put a hand on Duncan's back. It's okay. We're all allies here.
Yeah. Yes, we are.
Yeah. I understand that, travel like this can come with some not very nice emotions, anxiety, fear. If you'd like, I can try and help you through those emotions.
I'm alright.
Okay, well, we're all here if you need anything. And I'll begin helping him pick up the chess pieces.
Oh. Thanks! I just go back to my regular, weird, jolly self.
Tala would probably have turned to both Theogar and Ardurak. Ardurak?
Ardurak, yeah. Ardurak with the
at this point,
non-roticity going on.
Sort of awkwardly say like, nice to be amongst other tall people, for once.
Yes. Everything in my house is very small.
Yes, I guess it would be.
People.
Is that by choice, Theogar?
No, my parents are they're dwarfs, and they have had the house for a long time, so everything is their size, and well, I'm just really awkward. And, yeah, it's fine.
You were adopted then.
Yes. My parents have given me a wonderful life, but I wasn't born to them.
Is that impossible?
Is what possible?
Can you? Ah, don't worry.
Okay. But no, I think I've seen you at the temple. That's where my birth mother left me. I'm not really sure. I just know that the Dawnstars adopted me from the temple.
Ah, you're a Dawnstar. I remember the name.
Yes, Dern and Athena are my parents. I'm sometimes at the temple. I don't learn that well with the teachings of the constellation. I'm sorry.
No need to apologize.
Do you know what an Ervenverver is?
I beg your pardon.
There's this word here, and he'll point to the information packet. He's like, I don't understand it. It's the altar of Ervendros in Sarn Eternal, but he's just like been stuck on this word, trying to figure out like what it might mean. Rico, you don't have to know.
Would anyone know? Like, would Tala know?
At least a bit. At least a bit of information. I don't think any of you have more than sort of the very vague sort of ideas of certain things. Just for context, Sanactrol is a village of 60, 70 people. So it's not like these are big landmarks. I mean, nowhere in the Savage West is that big. You would definitely know of Shebeth. That was a town of sort of 400 strong. 400, 450. It was a bit more established, although it's obviously now not established at all. But yeah, if you've got any information on Sanactrol, it's just the very basics. Certainly not any etymology or anything.
Is Ervendros not? This is Rico, the player, speaking. One of the
Primordials. Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it primordial? I thought it might have been one of the dragon ones. Okay, it's
no. Ervendros is the primordial god of Earth.
Okay.
And the sands of Juris. Juris is one of the aspects of the moon. If I put us on our place you're going map, you'll see that they're very close together. Yeah, there is a little bit of info on them, but more than you would have right now. So I will take us back off that map pretty quickly. But you've got a line or two about each of them in your info pack.
The name seems familiar, but again, I'm sorry, it's been so long since I've been back.
Oh, name. Okay. I don't have to understand a name. Got it. Thank you.
And who is this? And I will sort of gesture towards Sterling, who I assume is, I don't know, what is Sterling doing actually?
For one moment there, I thought you were asking Theogar who Celeste was.
No.
You're like, who is this? I got you. You're asking about Sterling. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think he's kind of like tucked into a corner as much as possible. He's relatively big, but also kind of got that sort of sinuous serpentine body a little bit to him, more than quite as doggy, and so he can probably kind of curl into a fairly small spot. Oh yes, this is my perhaps overstating a bit. Sterling is a Drake, my hunting companion, and quite long ago, a gift of my late wife.
I'm sorry to hear.
Well, it has been some adjustment, but I do have Sterling here, and quite a new adventure to keep us busy. This is the sort of thing my wife certainly have wanted to do, helping the people of the West. So I look forward to it.
I can see you haven't lost your light. I'm glad.
Whatever light I have is hers, but I do think it is still with me.
If anything, I know it shall always guide you. If you let it.
Yes. Sounds about right.
And I'll sort of just like sit there awkwardly, like nodding and smiling.
Is this primarily a journey home for you? Or some other event spark your return other than simply helping out?
Well, the Church of the Constellation is always looking to help, but I volunteered for this personally. I too was once lost, and they helped me find my light again. I'd like to do the same for others.
Very good.
And what of you all? Have you some other purpose here other than to simply help?
I've been waiting for a chance to get out and do something. Celeste has been in school for much longer than I expected, but we can go have adventures now. And I want to help people.
No, yeah, of course. Yeah, I want to help people too. And I've just got some favors to sort of repay.
What favors?
I just owe people favors. You don't owe anyone a favor?
No, I don't. I usually give freely.
That just means they don't owe you a favor.
Yeah. But like, you've never needed anyone's help.
Well, yes, of course. Everyone needs some help, but
there you go. You owe back.
No, because those people also give freely.
Well, I don't want to take without giving back.
That is a fine way to think, Duncan.
Is it? I don't know if it is anymore.
Well, I think maybe you should want to give back because you want to help the person again, not because you feel an obligation.
Does it matter?
Well, I mean, I suppose not, but, you know, I'd like to think that you'd want to help because you'd want to help, not because you feel like you have to.
I can't help the way I feel. Can I?
Well, no, of course not. I'm not suggesting you change how you think right this second. But it doesn't matter.
No, you're right. No more giving back.
No, that's not. My apologies. I didn't mean that. It doesn't matter. And then I move a chess piece. Is that checkmate?
Fuck me. fucking. What the?
Oh.
How the?
You see Celeste get very uncomfortable at you swearing.
Seems as though we've all experienced some sort of hardship in our lives. Perhaps this is what will bind us.
Celeste gets very quiet at that because she's not had any hardships.
I feel like there's a joke.
I mean-
we're all on a ship.
Well, yes, apart from the adoption, but that's obviously not something she's going to think about with people that she's.
It's a very
just met,
textured
you know?
ship. It's hard and soft and all sorts of other things.
Yeah, hardships indeed.
Partially see-through myself. What is that about? I have to sit forward. Yeah.
Hard pressed, to call it a hardship when a blessing comes to an end.
If you consider your wife a blessing, then it is difficult to deal with loss.
Well, I won't deny that.
What's it like to be in love?
Ooh. Won't stop that bit of roleplay. Carry on, as you were.
Well, my good man, you see, I would have to talk to you of what it was like 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, and 6 months ago as she left me. None of them is the same, but all wonderful in their own way. Certain things carried on. When I first met her, it was at your university there. Well, ours. I suppose we work for it all now. Just, it was merely the appreciation of beauty in the first moments. Arranged to be taking a class, you see, that she was in solely because she was in it. Some sort of epic poetry or some nonsense.
Oh, how romantic.
But, turned out there was quite a bit more to it than that, and, I suppose most of it is that, morphing of appreciation in different directions at times. That is how I would characterize it. I can't tell you what you would feel. Have you not experienced it yourself, Mr. Billytea?
Nah. But I'd like to.
I should like you to as well.
How did you propose?
Go on. I will move us forward in a minute, though. I'm just warning you guys right now.
No, it's gonna be his cabin.
Although there was plenty of romance in the thing, in the courtship itself, it was she who proposed the actual, as you might be able to tell from Sterling. My wife's family is Silver, Dragonborn.
Oh.
I confess by the time that she made such a proposal, I had not yet come around to the acceptance that such a thing were possible.
Just to interject, growing up in Vazra, all of you would be well aware of the social hierarchy of Dragonborn. For a silver Dragonborn to marry effectively down to a copper is not unheard of, but it would be far less likely with the female being the one of higher birth, you know. So, yeah.
Didn't grow up in Vazra.
I guess you don't know shit.
No, but still Gallania.
So I picked up.
I think
No, I
still
think we're off in
no,
Gallania.
it's still your time in Gallania. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You might have picked up enough to know that was a little odd, although perhaps less of the nuance that the others might have.
Okay.
Well, I guess true love, it bypasses all, normal rules that people follow. You can't help who you fall in love with.
That was certainly her thinking.
Oh, it sounds like God wants to say something now.
Yeah, over the course of the next few hours, you guys can really get to know each other and get to meet each other. Meals are delivered to your rooms. It's gonna start feeling quite claustrophobic quite quickly. You can go out and walk on deck, but every time you do, it is quite clear the sailors would rather you remained out the way. And any time you go above deck, Cleric is very quick to be the one there talking to you, keeping you out of the way of the sailors doing the sailing stuff. Even those of you who aren't as insightful would very quickly get the message that, visits for some fresh air or the bathroom or whatever, perfectly acceptable, but nothing much longer than that. Over the course of perhaps the next day or so, I would imagine that you would start turning your attentions to the specific places you are to go. And there are 4 of them, 4 towns, Sarnak, Terul, Oreth, New Sheveth, and Darvek. And your very first quest, your very first journey, will be to locate the endless decanter of water that has gone missing from Sarnak Terul. You've been given that as a sort of starting point, and Sarnak Terul, there is a little bit of information about it in your information pack. So it might be over the first day or two something to start thinking about where you're going and what you're likely to experience.
Drifter settlement.
It is.
Uh-huh.
Well, once we do the endless decanter of water thing, I'm gonna head up Darvik. I don't know about you guys.
What do you need to do
Cool
in
on that.
Darvik?
I don't need to do anything, mate. But there's just something about it. It's got, there's a mine, and
Okay.
I don't know about you, but I love working with metal. There's something romantic about taking something from the earth and then shaping it with your fucking will. It's beautiful. You know what I mean?
You a crafter?
Yeah. I can hold on. Get out like a fucking, a thing and a thing.
Shows your portfolio. You just pick up a screwdriver.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see what I can do. In fact, big guy, give us that hammer.
And you his hammer.
All right, and I get out these little instruments, and they're like little tiny things, and they're not this color though; they're not white. But they're all.
You invented plastic? You're a hell of an artificer.
I killed dinosaurs and aged their remains for millions of years. You know what I mean? But anyway, but no, I sort of it's almost like I'm doing tiny little chisels into it, and then if perhaps you were scared that I'm going to break it, I'm like, just trust me, and I'm going along, and it takes me a little bit, but eventually I've presented back to you. +1.
Ooh.
+1 what?
It just got etched in it, +1.
Oh, there's 2 of them now.
So does the hammer take on a magical quality now that he's done that? Technically, is that something that
It's
Yeah,
visual.
I or any of the other spellcasters in the party? can
Yeah,
sort of-
you would sense the magic sort of resonating from it. He is in fact sort of within the metal, sort of hardened it, but also created that sort of. I mean, it is now a magical weapon.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, please tell me if I shouldn't think like this. But in my head, the way that, like, Celeste was learning about magic and stuff, would it be possible that different spellcasters, their magic, like, emanate different sounds? And so is it possible for Celeste... Yeah, so, like...
During
Is
the
it
casting,
Yeah.
bard spells would sound very different to wizard spells, would sound different to cleric spells. I'm not sure
Yeah,
there would be
so-
much difference between arcane and arcane, or
Right, I see.
or divine and divine. But
The
what
resonance
Duncan just
magic,
did was a
yeah.
bit of like ding, 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 ding with a hammer. Like you didn't hear any sort of arcane casting. To you, he's produced magic, but he didn't do it by casting magic.
Oh, I'm an artillerist artificer, by the way. I never mentioned it.
No, that didn't ever get
Too late now.
And a halfling.
From now on, you have no subclass.
And you're just short.
Yeah.
just a short guy.
You're lost.
Yeah, I think in that case, then Celeste certainly looks a little perplexed by this, and she looks at you, Duncan. You didn't cast magic.
I made magic.
But you didn't cast it.
I didn't have to.
Fornax truly smiles on you then, Duncan.
What'd you call me?
Fornax.
Oh yeah, that guy. Sorry, I'm not up with the gods, because there's no real god of luck, so I never was interested. You know what I
You
mean?
were only into a god that's
This was
beneficial
not.
to you?
Well, one I was I had to learn about Ignis, just as my part of the studies, but
Of course.
I just wanted to help that. I just wanted one that would help me win at games, but there wasn't one, so I just kind of left it by the wayside.
Oh, do you gamble?
No, like chess. There's all you need so much luck to play chess because I never win.
I don't think luck is really to do with it. I don't think. I mean, you've only just.
And how come I never
Tom.
win?
Maybe you just need to practice a little more.
I've played so many games of chess.
This wasn't luck. And I'll sort of wave my hand over the hammer.
No, that was me.
If we play chess and you win, could you +1 these? And Theo will hold out additional light hammers that he has.
Nah, one at a time. Sorry, mate.
It's okay. I'll still play chess with you if you want.
It's all good.
Celeste
Well,
is
maybe.
probably a better opponent.
Maybe. Anyway, the other one I can only do 2. The only other one I do was on this baby. This is Burke. Here's
Hi,
my
Burke.
wand.
But you're.
Huh?
Why is it in your mouth?
Because I made it look like a pipe, so it's funny. So that means So that means whenever somebody comes up to me and they're just gonna like hurt me, they think they think I don't have any weapons, and all of a sudden, fucking fireball.
Wow. You are certainly a character. I think the children of the West are gonna love you and your tricks.
Oh yeah, I don't mind
Yeah.
kids.
All the children are going to enjoy fucking Firebolt.
A hungover halfling blasting fire at them.
Yeah.
Cool. As you guys continue to get to know each other, the journey proceeds, and you will note after 3 days, the ship docks. I think this is the right map. Yes. The ship is docking at Tala. And this is where Group 1 is going to depart. They are assigned the region of Farath, Suthak, and Murak Velmar. Suthak obviously completely destroyed. You guys, in the previous campaign, experienced the coming together of two tribes because of it. This is obviously where the actual Black Dragon was. So when you see these three, the first group depart, they look like slightly older. Some of them are slightly older than university age. Some of them like university professors. There's a group of 7 of them. They look quite accomplished. Definitely, much more qualified adventurers, one might call them. Perhaps in the level 6 area. So you'll see them head off, and there's a sort of moment to stretch your legs on the ship, but you are strictly instructed not to disembark. And after a little while, the boat will get going again. Go on.
Sorry, before we set sail again, as these people are getting off, I'd like to get on deck, above deck, whichever it is, and play a little song on my lute, kind of singing a song of good luck and goodbye, and hope that we see them again soon, and that kind of thing.
Yeah, you notice there's a mixed reaction. Most of the sailors seem quite pleased to just hear some music above deck. Music is very often appreciated by the sailors in general, but there is also a little sort of consternation at you being above decks at all. In particular, one red Dragonborn looks at you a few times and makes a few quiet and not very nice remarks. And you can give me a perception check.
Okay.
Could Theo be giving a backup performance with Celeste on his drums?
Yeah, why not?
I just want to see how bad it is.
Wow, really throw me off.
Or I can imagine like you're in the middle of this lovely little ditty, and the Phil Collins drums, just every sort of 2 or 3 lines. Next line. How was your perception check, Celeste?
Awful 7 altogether.
Yeah, he's muttering a couple of little comments. You're not even sure they're directed towards you. He just never seems to be looking at you very nicely when you're above deck.
I'd like to approach him if I can.
As you do, he sort of looks over to you, and he tries to take a step back and let a different sailor get sort of involved. And Cleric, the blue Dragonborn who you first met, will sort of come over immediately, so that you're in a little sort of 3-way conversation.
As I approach, I'm not approaching like threateningly or anything like that. But I'll yeah, I've stolen the screwdriver. Yeah, and I direct this to the red Dragonborn. I'm so sorry. Have I done something to upset you?
And he will turn and walk away as soon as he says that. Cleric sort of raises his hand and says, "I apologize to my companion. He follows the old beliefs. Well, they're unconscionable, really. But some sailors believe that it is bad luck to have a woman on board. As, of course, women are often very competent adventurers, and sailors, mind you, he smiles, he's having to put up with it. I'm sorry that you must put up with him.
Oh, that's such a shame. It sounds like, holding on to such beliefs really robs you of experiences that perhaps he'd enjoy.
I couldn't agree more.
I hope that someday he sees the truth of it and that we're all just trying to get along and we can all, help each other.
Indeed. We have tried very hard to instill these values into him. Frankly, if he wasn't quite so competent at navigating, his beliefs might have left him on shore.
Well, I think with some things like this, people have to come to those, to those things on their own and in their own time.
Yes. Moral epiphanies and broadening of his horizons, not his strong point, but we'll hold out hope regardless. Your performance was beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Well, I don't want to cause any more disturbance or alarm, so I'll go back down.
You're not causing any problem, he says, but you can see in his body language he's incredibly relieved when you say you're going back, fellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you'll excuse me.
And with that, you can go back below decks. You guys continue to sort of focus on what's coming, and fairly soon we'll arrive at Breshak. That didn't work, did it? Let's try again. We'll arrive at Breshak. And we will take a short break. Be right back. Hello, and welcome back to the second half of Tales of a Broken Land. You have arrived at Breshak, and you will hear the call. There is a knock on the door. And Cleric will say, we have just docked in Breshak. This is where you ought to depart. There is a gentleman waiting for you on the dock. He will be your guide.
Very good.
Thank you so much.
You are most welcome. And I wish you the best on your journeys. So what you're doing is important.
Wait, you're not coming with us?
No.
Oh.
This is my place on this boat. It's just the 5 of you.
Okay. It's really nice to meet you.
You're awesome. Go on.
If possible, I would like to cast a cantrip.
Josh, you've got really loud. Sorry. Thank you. I can't rebalance you, but it's just suddenly like, oh, here. You can cast a cantrip if you'd like.
Yeah, I just...
Please, nothing aggressive. He's a nice guy. I'm not going to stat block. No, I'm kidding.
When I thanked him, for taking care of us and stuff, when I say that, I'd like to cast Bardcraft and do Fill the Hall, so that everyone within 60 feet outdoors can hear me as if only 10 feet away, because I want to say thank you to...
Okay. Yeah. And you'll hear a bit of a response from the sailors. And one of the gentlemen, who is a black dragonborn, who will be rowing you into land, because you can't park a ship here, will sort of look to you and say, "It's very appreciated. We're glad to be part of such an important mission." And he will row you to this little dock in a little sort of literal rowboat. And then gesture for you to depart, and you'll be met by a gentleman in sort of white desert robes, typical, turban, face covering. All of him is covered in robes, and he looks up at you and, hi. Gives you a little hand wave.
hello. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Celeste, and I hold out a hand.
He will sort of give a deep bow and kiss the back of your hand and say, "My pleasure. Please, I will be guiding you to Tharun."
Thank you. What's your name?
Mikra.
Ah, what a beautiful name.
Thank you. And your name is?
Celeste. I did just say this again.
I know, and that was intentional.
Okay, then. Celeste.
Celeste. This is also a beautiful name.
Thank you.
Please, come into our small and humble village. We will feed you before we will journey.
Oh, how lovely.
It's sort of 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and maybe even earlier than that, maybe 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. The sun is rising. It's still sort of not quite up high, but you'll still feel the heat. Even though it is hot back in Vazra, it is also it is still a heat jump when you travel to here. So even in this mornings, it feels like a hot Vazra midday. So we do not have the tavern, as you call it, or the inn, or the pub. But we do have... sometimes we take communal meals in each other's homes. You will come to the home of Mikra, and much more importantly, to Sarif, his wife. And Sarif will produce... She is always producing the most amazing food. And, come, I will take. He will lead you to one of the biggest houses in the village. And you will, as you arrive, sort of see it's just wooden, sort of propped up front porchway. As you're arriving, two children wearing sort of like the barest of rags come sort of running past. They're sort of 4 or 5 years old, and he scoops them both up by the back of their little sort of loincloth and sort of grabs them and hugs them in, and he says, "This is 2 of mine. Very proud." And he says, "Say hello," and he turns Ula and Rella towards you, the 2 girls, and they sort of give you a little wave, and then he sort of pats them on the back and pushes them in towards the room. Go on.
I was just going to say, whilst he's got them picked up, I look at each of them like with a big smile. Do you want to see something cool?
They don't understand a word you are saying. Sorry.
Oh man.
They're like 3 and 4, and you can tell like all people in the Savage West speak common, but in these small villages they've got like a very sort of tribal dialect and some other tribal language, and for the very young, like they haven't yet learnt the proper common.
Okay, well then it's
so one of them claps and the other one reaches out to try and grab at your hair.
Okay. Well, I will like pass a little lock of my hair over. They can like play with it if they want. But seeing a little, like maybe a little confusion as I talk on their faces. What?
Oh, okay. Mark said something, but not to us. And I decided to tell him he was muted, which he's probably quite relieved about. Sorry, carry on.
I'll ask the dad, could I show them some pretty magic? They might find it exciting.
Yeah, he will very quickly sort of say something in what sounds like a completely different language. You will pick up words such as you say magic and play and something, but it's sort of it all links into one phrase. And the kid starts sort of clapping, and he will sort of lean them over towards you.
Yeah. Then I will take out my fiddle. And I will begin playing something quite quick and quite upbeat. And this blue and purple magic begins flying out of the fiddle and kind of explodes in this rainbow above us as I cast Color Spray.
Oh, beautiful. And as you do so, the kids are sort of very clapping and happy, and he will say, "Oh, wonderful, you can entertain the other 8 too." And then as he comes in, you will see there's literally 10 kids in here, all between the ages of 3 and 12. It is very clear they're not all his. Lots of the children come to this house to partake in the food. And there is this woman who is just stunningly beautiful. She's got sort of like thick, luscious, almost impossibly thick black hair, all the way down to her waist, and it's just dead straight. She has these fabulous sort of opal eyes that are golden. Her actual like eye color is golden. And as she turns to you, she says, "Please welcome to my home. Take a seat. I will be bringing food out soon." And it's clear that everyone in this entire room just adores her. And very quickly you'll see like this huge cauldron of rice is placed upon the table, and she starts handing different people different sort of meats and spices to go with it. Then there's a sort of a very, very tiny offering, which looks sort of precious, sort of this tiny little bowl for all 15 of you at the table that has these few little green things in it that look like they might be sort of pickled vegetables or some sort of plant life. It's clear that anything green is quite rare here. When you start to sort of sit down at the table, it'll be clear that all the meat is fish. No surprise given where they are. But she will sort of gesture and everybody just starts eating. She doesn't sit down or eat. She stands sort of in her kitchen area watching, but it's clear she's very pleased that everybody else is partaking. And then you'll realize that the only people sitting down, apart from your group, because there's a few other adults in the room, they're all male. So you'll have children, males, and you guys. And she is off in the kitchen, and you'll hear her talking quietly. And if you do a little peek, you will see that she is talking to a couple of the other men's wives who have helped her in the cooking. Joy? Do you guys say anything to them, or are you just sort of like quietly eating, observing?
I mean, I'd like to go talk to the mum, but after eating.
Yeah. During the meal, is anyone sort of saying anything to anything?
Yeah, I would like to ask Mikra. She is your wife, yes?
So Mikra is very blessed.
Did she ask you to marry her?
Ask?
Sorry, my notes are beautiful lady, she asked you to marry her.
No.
I must have gotten this wrong.
We were very small when our families decided we would be married.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And then he'll write down
For the
family decides marriage.
Organized marriage is the thing here. And Mikra, very lucky. Best wife in village. Best wife in world. He sort of smiles. And, indeed, she sort of, once again, sort of just comes out gracing everyone with her presence, places some fruit and some yogurt on the table, and then sort of sweeps away again. And the other men are sort of a little hesitantly conversing with each other, but very quietly and a little separate from you guys. And throughout the entire meal, Celeste, you are pestered by all 8 or 10 children that are present, so there's 8 plus the 2 you've already seen, constantly like poking you and saying little words and that you don't really understand, playing with the back of your hair. One of them sort of scarpers under the table and starts pulling at the bells on your clothing. They seem very interested in you.
Oh yeah, and I'm definitely like letting them and talking a little bit to them. I know that obviously they don't really understand, but definitely like humming some melodies to them that they might enjoy, or taking out from my disguise kits like a little bit of like makeup or paint and like putting a little bit on my finger and like dotting their faces, or just
they love that.
Interacting with them whilst I eat.
Ardurak, where is Sterling during all of this?
Oh, probably outside. I would think. Sort of sitting outside the door, if permitted to do so.
Yeah, absolutely. Mikra it's clear that he has been told to expect Sterling, so he's not surprised. But he does seem to give a little smile when Sterling does not come into the house. Mostly because he doesn't know how the 10 children are going to react, not because he's worried about what Sterling might do.
And for my part, at the beginning of the meal, I it looks wonderful, and taking things and very quickly like start sampling things and go like, yes, interesting use of spices, yes, and like really slowing down to like not eating and then like looking around at like all these people and not like it's definitely not what he's used to.
Yeah, and it is hot. Like the food is really good, but it is really spicy. Very quickly, it is obvious that the sort of like the yogurt is moving further down the table to the center of the four of you that are not Tala, I would imagine. Is probably a little more used to it, a little readier for it. And more of it is disappearing from you guys. There's more soft sauce and less of the spiced fish getting towards you guys' plate. And you can see Mikra sort of giving a little smile. It's clear that he has entertained guests in this home before. It is clear, he will ask you, so where is it in our lands that you are visiting?
Well, further south. I'm just shoving food in my face, and I am
loves that.
Yeah, and I'm like, I know it's spicy. Been here before, and I'm just sweating buckets, like. And I'm looking around, and I'm seeing like a crack in the wood there, and I'm like, I could fix that after, if you want.
Mikra will look at you and how is small man not get any bigger? When he sees you eating like this. One of the men, Duncan, catches your eye a couple of times. Another man from the other end of the table, and then he will sort of shuffle his chair along a little bit and say, I know you.
Me?
I know you, yes. Mr. Billytea, yes.
Yeah.
You have been missed. It is good that you are back.
Okay, cool. Yeah, good.
He says to you, Mr. Billytea, the well, it has not cracked once.
I thought I did alright on that job. That's all I'm gonna say. I thought I did alright.
It is very obvious, like, to you, Duncan, that he's the only one you recognize. And you've not been gone that long. But it's clear that a lot of the people here either aren't directly from this village or have come here more recently. And then, even in just like the last sort of since the end of the dragon, so to speak, there has been different people coming and going. And the more the conversation goes on, the more you'll realize these 5 men, the only men in the village. There are the women, there are the children, plenty of other children. In fact, at one point, more children will come and eat at Mikra's table, but it is very clear that this is not the village you left, despite having the same buildings. If it wasn't for the lighthouse and the pier, people probably would have forgotten Vreshak existed. Once the meal starts to come to an end, there's a sort of moment where Mikra's wife, whose name I've misdeposited, did anybody take note of it while it was there? Because I've scrolled past it.
I don't know that you mentioned it.
It started with an S.
Yes, it does.
I don't see it typed out anywhere.
No, I think her name is Saphira or something close to this.
Safika or something?
Safika, thank you. There you go. Safika comes out, sort of her beautiful black hair flowing, and will look to Tala and Celeste and say, if you would like, the ladies are going to have some time without all of this noise. He gestures towards everyone else, including the kids.
Tala will stand and I would like to.
Yeah, she will lead you outside to what is effectively a washing room. And what this means is there's small basins of water that can be used for laundry, cleaning yourself, drinking, clothing, everything. It is the water they drew from the well this morning. And she will sort of, a couple of other ladies who had their faces covered or were wearing overcoats and stuff, sort of shuck them and relax in the room. And she will say, "So I've come a long way. What do you think about our home so far?"
It's very beautiful. Thank you for the meal. It's been so long since I've had such spices.
We are blessed that we still have the spice when there is so little of everything else. You are very pale of skin to enjoy such foods. Was it hot?
It was, but the yogurt complemented it wonderfully. It was beautifully cooked. Thank you so much.
And one of the other ladies says, "See, I told you, we would need more yogurt for the people of the East." And, there's this sort of like chitter chatter going on. There's a lot of banter. But Safika looks at you, Celeste, and says, "You are ringing when you walk. It is very interesting clothing. Is it so that you can attract the best man?" That is how your people do it, is it not?
Not that I'm aware of. This is a very a classic outfit for a performer from where I studied.
You perform?
I studied in bardcraft.
I do not know what that is.
Singing and dancing.
Yes.
We are loving to singing and dance. To sing and dance. You will, when we are finished here and the men have finished with their drinking, we can all come together and we could sing together. You could sing for us.
Oh, I would love that.
She gives a little, that will be wonderful. And just for a moment, we will flicker the other way to where the men are drinking. An older woman comes into the room as soon as the ladies have left and sort of shouts something very sort of like attention sort of word, but in a different dialect, and claps, and all the children very quickly sort of stand up and walk in a little line and follow her out. She takes them outside the building, and Mikra will bring over this sort of like pottery urn with a sort of very thin funneled top and some clay cups. And he will pour for each of you what looks like a sort of thick, dark brown liquid. It's clear that it's a little warm. And he hands the three of you, Theogar, Duncan, Ardurak, yes, three, that is good, him, and the four other men, and he'll hand each of you this little clay pot. Duncan, you would know immediately what this is. They have this sort of like, it's like a rum coffee, is the best way I can explain it. So it's using like the natural coffee that they have and then adding the not very palatable alcohol to it with a lot of sugar. So it's just like drinking sweet coffee that kicks you in the throat. And he hands out these little clay pots to each of you and says, "To your auspicious journey in the lands of the West. It is good that you have come.
Give me 1 second, I have a prop.
My man's going to come back with literally a clay cup. I have one too. There we go.
That don't look like clay.
But yeah.
Thank you.
I like the cut of the Jack's gone like next door. Do you know that ashtray? Can I borrow it to drink from? And here he is. Ah, yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Just with no painting, no polish, and no varnish at all. Yeah, and as he hands this all around, he sort of says, "You will do well, I think. You are headed to Sanek, Peru, is that right?"
Yes, by way of Thorun, perhaps speak to the Sheik, I think.
The Sheik is a very good man. He has visited twice, and he has helped us both times a lot in recent times. He gives us the net that does not break. Very important. He is a good man.
I'm glad to hear it.
And then he looks directly at Theogar and says, "Tell me, have you ridden a camel?"
No, I've ridden a horse.
The men start laughing. "You are going to have a wonderful time. It will spit at you, it will throw you on the floor, and then it will try and bite you."
But no, it shouldn't spit at me. Why would it do that?
Because it's a camel. They are bastards, and they are very important. You will enjoy the ride.
Okay. I will enjoy being spit upon.
You shall. Tell me, what do you think of the Ook? And when you guys look a little perplexed, he will raise his cup and say, "The Ook!"
I thought for perhaps for a second we had an orc companion with us. I hadn't noticed.
Ook!
Ooh.
It's quite fine. Yes.
Is Ardurak lying?
Some.
Does because I know many of your characters do not. Does Ardurak drink?
Yeah, I can't imagine the reason for him not to, but it's it'll never be a thing that I do much with.
You play up, yeah, indeed. Duncan obviously has been known to have a drink in recent days, and perhaps has partaken in the Ook a little much in the past. Is it nice to be back?
I'm just polishing off my first one.
It's good. And the one man who recognizes you will immediately take the sort of large clay carafe and refill your cup and tell the others, "Duncan, Mr. Billytea, he loves the Ook." And we will flicker back to the ladies. And Safika will ask both of you, "But it is true, is it not, that you choose your man?"
That is the custom in the East.
Some of us would have done better. Some of us might have done worse. It is good to not have to worry about such things.
I think as long as you're happy in your relationship, that's all that matters, that you're treated with respect and kindness.
Our men are well behaved.
Tala will sort of look back towards the room with the men and then back to Safika and sort of say, "This village has experienced much loss."
She goes very still. Yes.
The war or the storm?
Sad. They came swift. Those of us who could not get to the boats. My first husband, my first child, my mother. Our sister, our mother. She points and in time they talk about each person that they all lost. She will say, "But we have gained new as well. Mikra came from the northwest. Many came from the northwest. Chased away by the dragon destroying their home. Now we are more and less."
Celeste definitely gets a little teary-eyed. I'm so sorry for what you've lost.
It's also.
I'm afraid to say, Celeste, that this is the story for much of the West. I too lost my family.
I'm so sorry.
My brothers to the war. My parents on the journey to flee.
must be so difficult.
How can it not be? But as long as we remember that there is hope.
The land makes us hard. The sun forges us, and the sand polishes, till we are diamonds. Safika smiles, and she will pull down her beautiful desert robe just a little bit, and you will see a beautiful golden diamond necklace that doesn't make any sense given the, her wooden shack of a home and her clay pots.
Priorities, jewelry. Jewelry is what you spend your money on.
Money's worth nothing here. It's only resources, access to water or 6 goats would be worth far more than this necklace could ever be. She will say, a gift from the sheik, but we like pretty things. You are very pretty. You should wear more jewelry, she will say to Celeste. And looks to Tala and says, You are not any jewelry. What is this? And she will sort of point towards the ceremonial embroidery of your constellation robes. This is not West.
I was sent to Vazra as a young girl. Left at the temple, an orphan. They raised me, fed me, and helped me to find the light again.
Temple? You are priestess?
I don't know that we ever talked about that. Am I a priestess or a cleric? Is there a difference?
Sure as hell up to you.
I will nod.
I must ask, you can do small blessing?
Of course.
It is for Jirak here, and she will gesture towards one of the ladies, who is quite petite, quite beautiful. And she will say, show her. And Jirak will sort of unbind her robe, pull it down until you can see that all the way across her chest is a huge sort of festering gash. It's puckered and scarred, and it's clearly incredibly painful and very raw. She has borne it for 6 weeks. She has been getting sick.
Is not healed in 6 weeks. Can I sort of like inspect her, check her out?
Yeah. It looks like sort of almost like a large version of a wolf, maybe, or some sort of desert dog who's slashed at her. It is clear the wound needs proper cleaning for healing, and that perhaps if it wasn't cleaned properly, and it's been a struggle. But you would know that a simple healing spell would go a long way towards ensuring its proper progression.
All right.
For a guiding bolt. I'll fix her up.
Let's see, what are we gonna do here? So I think let me just look at my spell list here. Are we gonna get a rest before we leave? No, right? We're just gonna head out right after this. I won't waste the
10 o'clock in the morning. But you can spend any sort of spell slot and it won't matter, I'll tell you that. Spend your resources. Really? You will get a rest before anything of import happens.
Okay. Well then, I think Tala would look around and say, well then perhaps you all would like to share in a prayer for our friend here.
They nod, and you will see when you mention prayer, like a couple of them pull out sort of what looks like prayer beads or ceremonial pieces that mean something to them.
I will sort of instruct us to like get into sort of a ring around her, and I will sort of
group pray. I love a group pray.
Yeah, the shoulders of the two ladies next to me, and sort of nod at them to sort of like do the same.
Mhm.
And I will begin to cast Prayer of Healing.
And that affects multiple people in the room, right?
It does, up to 5 creatures of my choice.
So you will see when the spell starts coming to an end, like one of the ladies she begins to remove her soft like slippers, and you see that she had like blistered feet that are healing. One of the ladies sort of starts moving her wrist around, which is hurting a lot. One of them, her shoulder, her back, and then of course the Jirak, the girl with the huge sort of rent across her chest, you'll see it sort of really begins to fix up right away, and Celeste, you will notice this as well. And Safika will say, "It is truly incredible. We are blessed to have you in our home. I hope that Mika leads you safely across the land. I do not mean to be... I must be careful with my words, but Tala, are you aware that they will be riding the camels?"
I was not.
We must hope that they find a camel that is brave and sturdy.
Thank you.
You are very tall.
I will smile.
And an elephant.
Well over 300. Well over 300 pounds.
Over 300. Okay, I misread it. So I was looking like I have a thing here on Loxodons. Did you put this
actually,
in your...
I might be wrong actually then.
So I looked up the average weight of like different... Oh no, 300 to 400. I read it as 8. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Oh, I got it out of the player handbook.
So yeah. Prior editions stated their higher weights of 1,000 pounds plus, but in 5th edition it has been maneuvered to 300 to 400 pounds.
I think probably for this reason, to make it a little more manageable.
Yes.
Although if they kept it at 1,000, it would make me feel a little better as a real person. I don't want to be this close to elephant.
It says, "I'm sure the Wizard of the Coast staff are very health conscious, but this is slightly ridiculous. Andre the Giant was 7.5 feet tall and weighed in at 540 pounds, and he's a man. This is an elephant, and it's even taller."
True, it's true. I think
It should be upwards of 800 pounds at a healthy weight is the interpretation, but you can, in fact, ride a camel. Love that. Okay, so you will find you a sturdy...
Otherwise, you'd have to throw me in a wagon or something, and you know what I mean?
We would have just slowed down and walked. You would have had to walk. That is where that's at. And as the men are drinking and the women are having this conversation, it comes to an end quite quickly. You're only sort of separated for an hour or so. And then Safika will lead the women back into the room and say, "You will all be quiet now. We have within our walls a very blessed and special person. She has trained at a university to be a singer and an entertainer. So," and she looks to Mika and says, "You will not disrupt her performance with your terrible voice." "We'll sit and listen." Mika sort of nods meekly. And Celeste, what would you perform for such a amalgamation of people?
Yeah, so I actually meant to give you this, James, because I wanted you to be able to play the song, because it's only like a minute and 30 seconds, but I've completely forgot to do this. So I'll just put the lyrics in the chat. But if any of you guys have played Dragon Age Inquisition, it's a song called The Dawn Will Come. And it's just a song about hope, basically. So she will sing that. As she does, that same kind of purple and blue magic begins emanating from her as she performs. And I'd like to...
Based on colour spray the room.
No. I'd like to use my Mantle of Inspiration, rolling one of my Bardic Inspiration, which is a D6. So 5. So everyone apart from me at the table will get 10 temp HP as they feel this magic coming. And the lyrics are in the roll 20.
Tick off prayer.
Okay. That's roll 20 has misbehaved there, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And as you speak these words, some of the ladies will sort of, well, everybody will sort of nod and smile, but a couple of the ladies will begin to harmonize with you very quietly. It is clear that they are, much more talented than Mikro, who was told to stay silent. But yeah, it's as the song of hope ends, Mikro will say, "And this is why they sent you to these lands, to bring hope, to bring future.
And to help any way we can."
And Bakala has told me here that Mr. Billytea," he points straight at Duncan, "did many things in the town to make it work better. He built the well. He made the wall not break. Some of the homes, they stand up now because of Mr. Billytea.
Wow.
It is good.
He'll be invaluable for this.
He goes very red in the sun, though." And,
So I got my hat.
Mikro will smile and say, "It is time. I must take you to Tharun. Come, you will meet your first camel." And, he will lead you to where there is a small caravan of camels. There are 7 of them. 2 of them are pack camels. And 5 of them are riding camels. And then there's a separate one that looks a little smaller and a little more aggressive, leans forwards, that appears to be his camel. And as he arrives, he sort of slaps it on the side of the neck quite hard, and says, "Balak, we will ride. Very good. You will stay. Now come, we will get you all on your mounts. It is very easy. You look the camel in the eye, you tell him I am going to ride you, and then you climb on. And do not let him argue." How about it, guys? That's all you're getting from him.
As I approach the camel that's mine, I'd like to, in The Little Mermaid when Ariel has to sing to Ursula, she's like, ah, like I want to start doing that and cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And yeah, I'd like to approach the camel and say, hello, you will be taking me from this place. I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Celeste.
And just to clarify, you speak with animals before this, right?
What?
Are you speaking with animals before this, right? You're using the spell, or are you just...
Yeah, I cast the spell, and then
okay, just clarifying. Yeah. This isn't like over the course of 10 minutes. You're not ritual casting this. It's just a...
Oh, no.
Okay, right,
yeah,
cool. Yeah.
Immediately,
Stupid, ugly girl. I will eat you.
Oh, it's not very nice.
You intend to sit on my back?
If you don't want me to, then I won't.
You can have a long walk, girl.
The
camel looks at you and, why would I want you on my back?
Well, I suppose there isn't a reason why you would want me to, but I promise that I'm quite light and I won't mistreat you.
I might mistreat you, and she will. The camel will spit at you and then try and bite you. You were warned.
Actually, I wasn't there. I was in
devil
the
spawn in my
when
campaigns.
They had that conversation.
Oh, true. Goats are all devil spawn in my campaigns, and camels are just worse versions of goats. So be ready.
Yeah, as he seems quite hostile, then I will sing that melody again, and I'll cast Calm Emotions on him.
I love that. Does that break your concentration on Speak with Animals, or is Speak with Animals not concentration?
It's not concentration.
Great, love that. Yeah, the camel sort of... Okay. What are you doing to me? It feels good.
I just thought maybe you might want to relax a little.
Do it more. And then, so just a heads up, the camel's back is about 5 feet in height. There is a stirrup, probably about thigh height for you that you can step on. It's like a sort of just a slung piece of cloth that you just put your foot in. It's sort of a long piece of cloth is strapped over the bit in front of the hump. And you just sort of put your foot in and swing over, or don't, depending on your success rate.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to do that as gracefully as I can and as gently as I can.
You may choose between an animal handling, acrobatics, or athletics check.
I will go acrobatics, please.
Yeah, please roll.
Yes, that's a 23.
Okay, you succeed. You mount the camel, and he sort of...
I just give him a gentle pat on the head.
He sort of stretches his head a little bit. Theo, I assume that you would have taken the second camel if Celeste took the first.
Yeah. So I'll walk up to it and then say, "I'm going to ride you. You're going to spit on me."
That sentence in the middle of a D&D game. Yeah, and then you will then try and mount the camel. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. He spits straight at you. He tries to bite you, misses. And you can give me an athletics, acrobatics, or animal handling check.
Well, we'll do athletics. That is a 23.
Yeah, beautiful. The camel is given no choice, and Miko will even say, "Yes, just like that. Beautiful. Do not let him think that he is in charge." Third in line, Duncan. That's an 8-foot jump for you. What you gonna do about it?
We'll find out, won't we?
Yeah.
Build a ladder.
First up, you're gonna see me making something.
Okay.
And I make a I don't know if any of you guys have seen a cannon.
Cannon?
A cannon?
Cannon.
Not in game.
Yeah,
Our
that's what I mean.
characters or us?
It's like no, like your characters.
Oh, okay. Probably
So
not,
I spend a while. This takes a while, but I assume I've been doing it ever since like. I assume I had it ready.
Yeah.
And it's this like it's about the size of my torso. I make it, and I strap it to my back, and face it down. And then I take my hammer and it's also got some like purpley shit all over it. Like it's not like a normal cannon. It's like it looks a bit weird. And I take my hammer and my tongs and I take them up in the air and I strike them together and it makes a loud ding sound and I cast guidance.
Okay.
And then on myself. And then I go up to the camel and I go, "Hey, I'm gonna get up there and I'm gonna be the boss of you, and or if you kick me off or bite me or anything or anything like that, I'm gonna fry you." And then I take my wand and I cast firebolt over to the side.
The camel sort of watches it go. And then you jump.
And then I move to the side of the camel and I jump and I try to use the force ballista of thy eldritch cannon to rocket propel me up.
Love that. You don't weigh much. Give me an acrobatics, athletics, or animal handling check.
Oh, it's gonna be acrobatics.
Oh,
13.
that's your DC. Yeah, you can clonk onto the camel and just the firebolt come back. And, yeah. Fourth in line, Tala, I think.
Well, Tala will approach her camel and sort of like smile like nervously and sort of say, "I'm so sorry." And I will I will also cast guidance, and so I will sort of hold my shield up to like my chest and sort of speak a few words, and you'll see the constellation of Auriga, the god of travel, sort of like light up and shine a little bit through.
Chariot of the Sky.
Yes. And I will attempt an animal handlings check if I may.
Sick. Yes.
With a guide.
Got guidance as well on you.
Oh no. I hope that came up better
Yeah,
in roll
he
20.
does.
Oh no. It's a
I think
2.
yours is working. This is the same in both places, right?
And then a 1 on the fucking...
Yeah, as you put your arm on the edge of the camel after saying you're sorry, you did not assert your dominance properly, and the camel's teeth just clamp down on your arm. Miko will come over and say, no, not like that. You must tell it. You must take... Maybe you should ride the other one. And he will lead you over to the pack camel that's meant to carry a lot more. He'll take the pack stuff off, he'll put that on the lighter camel, and then he'll say, perhaps this... together. And he looks the camel in the eye, and he grabs a little sort of lead that's pulls his face right into his, and he slaps it on the neck and says, Tala is going to be in charge. You are going to do what you're told. Get him while he's weak. Say to you, Tala.
I will quickly hop on.
Yeah, as you sort of climb up, you see the whole camel just go... like when you get in the car the first time.
Very ungracefully. Like, I imagine she sort of like swings her foot over the front ways and sort of like kicks him in the back of the head a little bit. Yeah.
And as Mikra walks away, you hear Mikra turn to the camera and say, "I'm sorry." And then goes back to the front. Ardurak, how the dragons ride camels?
All right, Camel. Let's make this amicable, and I shan't bring up Sterling with me. And I'll just try to swing myself up.
Camel handling, acrobatics, or athletics? It's well coded for you. I assume you're quite good at 2 of those things.
Didn't want to come through over here
That's
at all.
What I was on D&D Beyond. That's great.
Okay, over there, I think it was good, but then it disappeared on me because I was trying desperately to
22.
switch screens. 22, yes.
Oh, you're on one screen. Yeah, sorry. 22 is a definite success. Yeah. Camel looks a little nervously at Sterling and then sort of back at you and isn't quite sure what to expect as you do look a little draconic. And the last dragon he saw ate a town. So he hesitates for a moment. In that moment, you're all on board and riding. We are going to speed across the world.
Okay, great.
I will tell you it's bloody hot. No, wrong map, sorry. It's bloody hot, and it's a fair walk. Is that right? No, it's exactly double that, so it's 50 miles, so it'll be 2 days. You'll take rest in the sort of shadow of what they call the Great Mesa. Mesa, Great Mesa, I think is the right way to say it. Mesa? Oh, fucking no.
Mesa is how I always hear it.
Mesa, yeah, we love that. So you take shelter in the at the Great Mesa. You'll set up your tents. Mikra will tell you stories at night of what's basically not only what's happened in the land, but of like heroes that emerged. You'll hear of some great heroes who emptied out a mine and slayed some mine flayers. You'll hear some great heroes that defeated the dragons Arakthin, but almost at their death. You'll hear some heroes that aren't them, who helped protect some villages from some orcs in the far west, who drove a Bahir back into the crevasse up to the northeast. He'll tell you lots and lots of tales of heroics, and then he will say to you, I think you are going to be the next heroes in this land.
Well, of course, we're here only so that the stories can be told of the people that live here, you know.
Sometimes their stories are not loud enough. This is good.
I, for one, am not here to be a hero.
It's the best hero.
We have to be heroes?
No. What you are doing is already good
Sounds like
enough.
a lot of work.
And with that, you guys can... Oh, sorry, go.
Sorry. With our first rest, after the stories, and we've kind of perhaps dispersed a little bit, I'd like to sit with Theo and say, so is it everything you hoped for?
much safer so far, which isn't a bad thing, but I don't know what use I'm going to be if there's not danger.
Well, you have many uses.
Not like you.
Well, you just have different uses. Maybe we just need to find them.
Danger and protecting people, that's what I found.
But you're also really creative. I mean, you could make clothing for people.
In small ways, but not the way that you inspired that entire room. It's okay, Celeste. I don't need to be as talented as you. I'm fine.
That's not what I mean, but you're more than just brute force. You're capable of so many things.
I guess I'll try and believe you.
I suppose that's all I can ask for.
And yeah, you guys can take a long rest. And in the morning, Mikra will start telling you about Tharun. And he will say, it was a long time that the Sheik of Tharun, more than one Sheik of Tharun, go on.
Sure. I just wanted to say that after a long rest, I'd like to use my inspiring leader feat. So I'd like to like when after breakfast and stuff like that, when we're ready to set off, I take out my fiddle and play a rather upbeat kind of like rough adventuring kind of music, and up to 6 allies, so us and the guy who's leading us will gain
Why not
10
Sterling?
what? Oh yeah, never mind. Us and said dragon will get 10 HP.
7. Oh, you have 18 charisma?
I have 19 charisma.
Okay. Cool. I thought you were 20. Yeah. With that, actually, I think I banned all of you from going 20s, didn't I? I made it so that 19 was as high as you were allowed to go. Cool.
Did
yeah,
you? I'm totally
maybe
20.
not. Maybe it wasn't this group. Okay, cool.
We
Not this
just,
group.
we just rolled not great.
This group, yeah. With that, in the morning, he will tell you about Arun as you begin to ride. Wait, when did I put the ship interior back on? Surely that's not been playing all this time. It was so peaceful. I didn't even notice. Oh, there we go.
It's been going.
But here he will start to tell you that for many years the Sheik of Tharun was a bad man. Very bad man. Many generations. He was taking gold from all of the land. And he was giving back things that the town only thought that they needed. But what he took was not what he gave. And then, in the war, many were prisoners that were taken from both sides. He was selling them like man flesh to be used as slaves in far-off lands. He was evil. The most recent, the most evil of all. But 5 years ago, he died. And this was good. It's now, the Sheik of Tharun is a very, very good man. He is kind. He is helping everyone. And now, Tharun is a good place. He will tell you more of what you will be doing. I must go to the market and bring the camels back, for Safika, who will make me in trouble.
Well, thank you so much for bringing us here.
You will do good things.
Yes, I've had many a guide on safari, and he did quite a bang-up job.
Thank you, I think. And he will lead his camels to the edge of Tharun, and you will approach Tharun as a whole. Tharun is a fairly regular-looking town. It's the only major settlement in the whole of the Savage West, apart from on the island of Zira. And you'll see lots and lots of these sort of sandstone buildings with different coloured roofs, and then you'll see this fabulous palace. And he will just simply point to the fabulous palace and say, "You go there. You say you're from university. Will be expected."
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Good luck. With that, Mikra will leave you. And you're left sort of like it's a huge market in front of you. Lots of people trading. It's clear Tharun has been barely affected by war or by the Black Dragon. And you'll see people giving you a very strange look. They're all wearing, they're all very well covered. You guys perhaps not so much, and also very different races to them. Most of the people here are human.
What, to the palace?
You guys can head through the town, and very quickly you'll come to some sort of huge steps leading up to the palace. And standing at the bottom are sort of 6 armored men, and they're wearing like full plate mail armor in this weather. Sort of these helm down, feathered plumes, and halberds. Duncan, you can give me an Artificer's Tools check. So I didn't put a tinkering skill on your sheet, but if you're proficient in anything that is intelligence-based, just roll me that.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
All right. 15.
Yeah.
Oh, take the D&D Beyond one.
I was gonna say, I saw that roll.
Yeah. Such is life. We can't roll everything with advantage. But yes, you will see that their armor shines a slightly pale blue color when you get close, and it is clearly enchanted with something that looks like it's a sort of extended version of prestidigitation. It is probably keeping them cool inside. So this is not it's not torture. They're sort of, as you arrive, all 6 halberds sort of hit the ground in unison. One of the men steps forward and says, "Announce yourself."
Keep me cool, mate. We're from the university.
He nods. You come with me. And one of them, he will lead you, and then he just expect you to follow immediately.
Of course.
And then one more soldier will... yeah, you are sort of doing this on the stairs, right? Sterling sort of having to jump from step to step, and then one soldier sort of comes to the back of the line and leads you in single file, and you're brought to a beautiful open courtyard where there is fresh coffee poured, and there is a sort of central lake area where the palace sits on the oasis, and under these sort of large sweeping white linens, a man is reclining in a sort of fairly large wicker chair, and there are 5 wicker chairs laid out, one of which is smaller, 2 of which are slightly larger, and 2 of which are average sized. And then there is also a little sort of footstool with a cushion on it that has clearly been laid out in preparation for Sterling. And as the man sort of looks up at you, wonderful, you've come. It is my pleasure. I am Sheikh Azara. It is an honor to meet you.
Wow, he's hot.
I'm assuming Celeste didn't say that.
No.
Likewise.
The honor is ours, I'm sure.
Stream.
Sorry,
I said, do you want to show stream?
Oh, yeah. I literally was just doing that transition now.
Sorry.
So, that's right. He's sat in a wicker chair. He's reclined. He doesn't stand. He doesn't bow. He doesn't anything. He just sort of... It's an honor. And I think, Joe, you replied, but I lost it in source.
I just said the honor is ours, I'm sure.
Nothing special. Please, take a seat. I have prepared coffee and pomegranate juice and water. Is there anything else that you might like?
There's no need to waste the resources on us.
There is every need. You are very important.
Our mission is important.
Exactly. 3 groups so far. And you are the first that I am to meet. I'm very pleased. When I spoke with the university, we were not sure that this would all come to pass. Yet here you are, beginning of something beautiful.
I think we're all very eager to begin helping where we can.
Perhaps we may talk of the places you will visit. The things you may do. I hope it is okay. I have arranged for you to have some camels. Will you be okay using camels to travel to your location?
We know how to deal with camels.
Wonderful. That is great.
Yeah.
They can be stubborn beasts if not led properly. And I have a little information prepared for you on the 4 towns that are most in need of your help. The people there are struggling. The area you go to is fractious. There is trouble there.
What kind of trouble?
I think the first person to expect you is Chief Azmakan. Chief Azmakan is the chief of Sanak Derul. It is a town of shifters. Have you met shifters before?
I met a lot of people that are shifty.
Well, indeed.
May have crossed their paths on my travel.
There are not many in the East, from what I understand. They are a deeply traditional people. They believe in the powers of the land. They believe in a sort of karma. What you do determines what happens to you. They are very spiritual. They can also be quite aggressive if stirred. To them, a special item has been passed down many years. The most important thing in Sanak Terul was their decanter, one of endless water. An invaluable item in the desert. They would replace it, but it is not something I have, nor have access to. They are few, from what I understand. Without it, they will dry out, as both a town and as a people. But without it as well, the guidance is lost. They are a traditional people who believe in the importance of their tribal customs and their spiritual rites. They have lost their sacred item. You understand what this could mean to them.
Okay. So it's not like we could just tap into some underground aquifer or something like that. This is, yeah.
Exactly what you are saying. Just giving them water is not giving them their spiritual importance.
Their culprit in mind.
It was lost in a raid by the Braxat. But I am assured the Braxat did not take it. The people retreated to a small place called Respite. They will not tell me where it is, but they will have to tell you if you are to help. They fled the Braxat raid, which is very sensible. Braxat are terrifying creatures, most of whom have gone back to their caves now. We are grateful. You will speak with Chief Azmakan for more details, but if you would take a humble and inexperienced man's advice, speak with the townsfolk too. Beyond that, I am to understand that you have some experience in hunting, in building, in dealing with people, and in defending them from danger. There are raids upon their town. Their buildings are damaged. Jack has got a screwdriver out. He's ready to mend the the town.
I think Duncan Billytea is just picking his nails during the conversation.
Yeah. With my screwdriver.
When you
I was
pulled the
enjoying it.
screwdriver out, I was like, whoa. They will need to be repaired as a people and as a town. They have taken in people that are not of their kind. This has caused troubles. They need help a lot. And they are cautious of outsiders, so you may not be received well. But I think you can help. Help well. Chief Akmazan has said that he will receive you and welcome you. So there is at least that. I have identified as well 3 other towns in the area that may need your help. The town of Davek, a mining town without a mine. Sad story. They have a mine distant from their town that they were pushed out of. Reports of strange magical creatures, and also of goblins. Now they have metal, some, not much. Nothing to trade. No food, little water, and no sense of purpose. This town houses 3 different groups of people. The bugbears, the minotaurs, and the humans. They always got along well, but now, perhaps not so much. Must help them not only with their industry, but with their politics. The next town is Oreth. Oreth is a very self-sufficient town. They do not need food, nor water. They have meat. They have shelter. But they no longer have any men. Many of their men were sent to war, and none came back. Now they must adapt. The Tabaxi there are a little difficult. He smiles. I have been once. They did not like me. See if you can help them become something more. Or they will die out. Have I been pinging you guys the handouts? I have, right? If I have not, the more detailed information is there. The final town, and the one which I think you will find easiest to help, but in need of the most help, is New Sheveth. Sheveth was a big and important town, the end of the tradeway, well, on the tradeway. They grew food for the whole region. They have many magic users who would help with this, but now they grow nothing. They have no buildings, but a few wooden towers. They are many, many people. There is hope and community, but it's a long way to go. These are the places that I believe you can make the difference. I am to understand you have the resources to get there. Specifically, you've got a map and an orb of direction. Good luck. Well, please, may I offer you anything else? Any lunch?
Well,
I see some of you are looking to be
Was
polite.
any of that common?
You are looking to be polite. Please, do not be polite. The palace will provide. And he rings a bell that makes no noise. And very quickly, a woman comes running and sort of bows down before him. And he says, Jasmine, please. These are friends. She's sort of, you can see her hesitating to not bow. Like, she's been told, don't look up, don't by the old sheik. And now she's just sort of 5 years later, still a bit reluctant. And she sort of slowly stands up straight and looks at you all. Hello. Lunch is ready, sir, if you are rested. We have made for some foods of the East.
Tala will rise quickly.
Wait. Foods of the East.
Yeah, like burgers, pizza.
Not
that
quite,
foods of the West?
but you're not all that far off. No, she said foods of the East.
Yeah,
Oh, the
Vazra,
East.
indeed, yes, your lands.
yeah, Vazra.
And after a little while, you will see them bring out what it looks to be a whole chicken roasted. Some sort of roasted potatoes. There's a few other, like there's some sausages that have been made. There's a variety of vegetables, a rich selection of vegetables, which are clearly a big luxury in these lands. And then there's little touches on the side that show that they've also incorporated the Western variety. So there's a little sort of curry sauce, effectively, and there's a small bowl of couscous and vegetables. Just a few other little touches, and some beautiful warm bread that's very lightly spiced. And she lays this all out on a table that 3 other servants have sort of pulled out and laid between you. That's got this sort of stunning mosaic on it of the palace itself. It's clear, even to Ardurak, that the wealth here is obscene. I mean, you know, just little tiny touches, like the water is served in beautiful crystal goblets from a crystal decanter that's keeping itself ice cold. They have ice, which is, you know, in the middle of the desert, it's sort of a feat in of itself. And just, you know, you notice a small bowl of caviar, a little sort of touch of saffron, little things like that that just show you that the wealth is pretty much endless. The sheik looks a little embarrassed at the amount of food and sort of says, I had not realized that they would go quite so far, but they are eager to please.
I'll take
we
a
will
little
break
bit of
bread
everything
together.
on my plate.
Yeah, I wouldn't want a light lunch as I load up 2 plates.
Yeah.
It's excellent. I mean, I don't know that we'll get it all the way there, but Great Dragon's willing. The whole West will be like this at one point.
I hope not. I hope that they will stay who they are, just with a better quality of life. But I understand the sentiment, Ardurak, and appreciate it.
Of course.
There is a great worry from all of the West. When we talked with the university about these groups, it would be a different form of invasion. The Emperor sent people to make civilized the lands. What was once a beautiful town known for its spices and its river trade is now a city like Vazra, Metella. I do not know if you have heard of it. That's where you guys ended up leaving the girl that's not called Celia. Eileen.
Eileen.
I always have to call her Celia. Who is Celia? Anyway, yeah, it's where you guys left her and got the soapstone carvings and all of that. It was a very modern eastern town now, but, you know, you say it is a beautiful place. I have been there many times, but it has changed a lot. The people are frightened. Teach them better ways for them. They must stay who they are. I nearly forgot. I have a gift for you. Excited. You do not mind. I'm so glad that you have come all this way and only to help us. And he will sort of look over and after a short while, he will pull out what looks like a tiny little cauldron. Say, this is everlasting healing. It sounds very fancy, but what it actually is 1 healing potion a day.
Are you sure we We
Please.
don't come for prizes and...
It is my gift because I want you to succeed. Savage West is dangerous, very dangerous. Many times, even with my many gods and powerful magisters, we have been attacked on the land. You must be brave. And I know that you are strong. Sometimes you will take injury. And I want you to carry on to do good things.
Well, thank you very much. And thank you for your hospitality. It's incredible what you have here.
Yes, I am blessed. My father left me a lot of money, but a lot of it is not from good things. I am trying to make better with it. You have a long journey to go. I hope that you will be well.
Thank you, and you.
Yeah, he sort of he will talk with you over lunch and enjoy it with you, but realistically, he's not going to spend too much more time explaining anything.
He's like, can you guys leave already?
But yeah, so this, I don't know if there's an exact item, but I was just using the dragon vessel on D&D Beyond, if that's helpful. It's not an attunement item. It just produces 1 potion of healing at dawn each day. Well, technically after a long rest. Basically, there's almost nowhere in the Savage West you're going to be able to get hold of anything resource-wise. So I didn't want you to have no way of ever replenishing what you have. But yeah, as he gives you this gift and sort of wishes you on your way, he will send you with a gentleman who will introduce himself as the stable master and give you no other name. Who will lead you to the edge of town, and he will introduce you to your caravan of camels. And you have 2 fairly broad-shouldered camels, and 2 regular-sized ones, and one that looks a little runty, perhaps a little easier to get up to. And then 2 pack camels, so 7 in total. And the sheik will tell you that these are yours. You don't have to bring them back; they're just yours, because otherwise, traveling from town to town, it's going to be really difficult. Go on, Josh.
Yeah, I'll turn when we get to the stables. I'll turn to the stable master. Thank you for showing us. You didn't mention your name.
The stable master.
Do you not have a name?
It's not important.
Well, I'd like to know who I'm thanking.
I would like you not to. I am sorry, but I have a job and I will do it. Now, give me an insight check, Celeste.
I'd love to. 17.
Yeah, he seems thoroughly unnerved by your whole group. He seems a little distrustful. He doesn't seem comfortable with outsiders. He's also never met 2 or 3 of your races. He's giving away 7 camels that he's obviously quite partial to and is quite kind to.
I see.
And on top of that, a couple of times he sort of almost tries to not meet your eyes. And as you look around, every woman is well covered. And you are very much beautiful and hair free, and he's just sort of looking around. You are addressing almost everything is that he can address. He addresses to Ardurak, who he knows Dragonborn. He's met plenty. He's very comfortable with you. Yeah, he's just really not comfortable here. And as far as he's concerned, you should never tell a Fae your name.
Technically, I'm an aberration.
Are you?
That's what it says.
But yes, he sort of gives you the camels and says, "Happy travel."
Thank you.
Question for Ardurak: how tall are you?
6'2".
Okay. You're the other average sized person. I was trying to figure out. I was thinking the 3 tall of us, but there's always 2 big things and 2 average. I was like, I'm like 7.5 feet tall.
Yeah. So it's very like
Yeah,
Dragonborns are regarded as normal height in Gallania specifically, right? Even though you are taller than humans, there's way more Dragonborn than they are human. So it is the Goliath and the Loxodon that are regarded as large. Celeste's a little small, but she's sort of normal height compared to Duncan, of course. So yeah, it's seen as 2 tall, 2 medium, 1 small, and then Sterling, who was given a little cushioned footstool in the Sheik's palace.
I'd like to hum that melody again and cast Speak with Animals to my camel.
Yeah.
And I'll introduce myself.
When you do, the camel says, I didn't know we'd be sharing names.
Well, if we're going to be traveling together,
I am Brahma.
Brahma, that's a beautiful name. My
Thank
name's
you.
Celeste. Is
So
there?
you just
Do you have any favorite foods that I should be on the lookout for when we're traveling?
James's mischief wants to say fingers, but it's not the answer. Berries.
Berries. Okay,
They are so few and far between in the Savage West, but he does like berries.
Yeah. Well, I'll be on the lookout. I promise.
Good. I will serve.
Okay. Thank you. Well,
And
I
all-
don't. I mean, serve is perhaps.
It is what we do.
Too strong of a. Well, I'd like this to be a partnership. You know.
We will serve.
Uh,
Is what we do. And each of you
Well,
will notice
perhaps
when you
now's-
approach your camel, it does not spit at you. It does not try and bite you. It does not do anything. It just remains rigidly in place and ready for you to mount. It is clear that they have been trained probably through Speak with Animals as much as anything else. That they are here to serve. And over the course of the journey, Celeste, if you wish to communicate with your camel, we will formulate those relationships over time.
Yes.
But for today, I believe we are out of that.
No combat.
There's a combat in the prologue. You just aren't there yet. Is our hard cutoffs in 20 minutes, right? Is that right? I'm not very
Yeah, I mean like 12 is
Okay,
generally
we're
all-
on daylight savings. My brain is broken. Well, in that case, as you head on out and into the desert,
Very exciting journey ahead of us, everyone. Looking forward to it. Would have obviously been foolish to stay the night in the palace and leave in the morning.
Well, we have people to help.
it is 2:00 in the afternoon. It is high sun, and it is so hot. As you step out into the open air, I think all of you, even Tala, will be surprised at just like this is central desert. Even though you're at the oasis side and there's a breeze, it's tough. You get out your map, your orb of direction. Who would be the navigator?
I was going to ask that actually. Who would be the navigator?
One of us are all the rangers, so I think it's
Yeah,
probably
so,
that guy.
I can get a look ahead. Pulls out a fabulous spyglass with segments ringed in the finest silver. Should we need to see ahead where the map is taking us, I've found my way to usually tracking quarry, of course, but nevertheless, just a town. I suppose I could find something large that stands still.
I thought it shifted.
I believe in you, Ardurak, and I will place a hand on you and cast guidance.
Does anyone explain to Theogar that the shifter town is... No? We just leave him to supper?
I'm not sure.
No.
I don't know if I'm smart enough to get his mistake in character.
No,
So, in Theo's mind, like, he's worked with caravans and, like, people that, like, are always shifting around. So, like, he thinks that, like, we're looking for, like, a caravan.
Oh, okay. Not that it's the shifter town, so it's gonna...
Oh,
No, it's like it's a moving community.
I see. Yeah, your information pack quite specifically stated it is not. So if one of you would fill in Theo on that.
Yeah, I would like ride next to him once he says that. Theo, there are some people that are known as shifters. From my understanding, they have a connection to a specific animal. They can shift into them a bit.
Oh, that's why it was the capital S. I thought they just made a mistake.
No, yes, capital S for their race.
Thank you, Celeste.
You're welcome.
And with your spyglass in hand, please roll me a survival check with advantage as you attempt to navigate Ardurak.
And I believe guided should it be necessary.
Well,
I wonder what
it's there if you need it.
See, now it's not coming through at all, which I'm happy about because one of them is a natural 20.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah, if it's not coming through, that's fine. We'll just take whatever you've got. It's only when you've got 2 instances. Yeah, Roll20 has basically had a bunch of updates, and Beyond 20 is struggling to keep up. Cool. With a natural 20, you can not only lead the group very successfully, but you also are able to spy ahead. Don't worry, Josh, this isn't the combat that you're missing. You're able to spy ahead a Chathrang, a large... I don't have an image, I just have a token. I will show you what it looks like here. A large spined creature.
I hated those guys.
You're able to spy one of them and avoid it quite carefully because it's a dangerous creature that, we don't want to win the campaign in session 1.
Well, before that, can we pull out our Pokedex and snap a picture of it?
No, you're miles and miles away. He's only seeing it through the spyglass, and he sees just sort of guides the group around it. And then as you're just sort of consulting the map and looking around on the a little while later, you guys can find a good place to take shelter. And keep your temp HP. Don't hit the long rest button. Don't do any of that. Just unmark any spell slots you've got. But you guys can take rest one night in tents. And the following day, as you head out early in the morning, you're all doing just fine. Then suddenly there's this sound like galloping hooves. Across the sand, you hear it sort of coming. It feels like it's coming from all directions. And as you sort of pull up your camels, are you going to force dismount you? So you sort of pull up your camels and get off and start looking around. And as the camels sort of back up away from you, you realize that trouble is coming.
Is that the Riders of Rohan?
And we will try and do this in time. As we head over to these dunes, you see some creatures coming into range, and I will ask for a nature check from Ardurak and anyone else that is proficient. I don't know if Ardurak is proficient.
Half proficient?
No, that is not a proficiency.
I'm not super smart, but I am proficient in that.
Yeah. So Ardurak and anyone who is proficient in nature may roll me a nature check.
Say a dirty 20.
You've read about these creatures before coming here. You've done a little bit of studying, and you know they are called Kruthic. Kruthic are a sort of herd or pack creature. They are desert inhabitants usually. They're covered in chitin, and they're reptiles. For them to attack you, they're probably hungry. As you hear some hissing and chattering, you can roll initiative. And this, if you could roll on D&D Beyond, I will take what comes through on my tracker.
Damn, someone rolled good.
So I've got Theogar with a 22, Celeste with an 8, Duncan with a 7, Tala and Ardurak with an 11. Is that correct as far as you guys are concerned, D&D Beyond?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then... Theogar. So you see these creatures slowly rolling into battle. Wait, why is there no music? Let's try again. Does that work?
Yep.
As you see these creatures sort of running in towards you. We're just going to go. What would you like to do?
Yeah, given there's still a bit of ways out there, he's going to put away his Warhammer. But he's going to come forward right about there with his 35 movement, and he's going to throw a light hammer at D.
40 feet? You can throw a light hammer 40 feet with disadvantage, is that correct?
Yes, but I got a nat 20, so it should be a straight roll, I feel.
Oh.
Are we doing that roll?
On your initiative roll, sorry.
On initiative roll,
I
yep.
thought you were saying that you rolled with
got a nat
disadvantage,
20.
but one of them's a nat 20, so that's the one you'd like to keep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it will be a straight roll, correct.
Cool, perfect.
James, you have
but-
the tracker.
Oh yeah.
That is going to be an 11.
It's not coming up. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there we go.
I clicked it when we went to start, but it just didn't do anything. There we go. Oh! Oh no. Silly problem. Sorry, an 11 to hit, did you say?
Correct.
No.
Okay. So then I'm going to throw a second one as part of the Nick in the light property mastery thing. Okay. And that's a nat 1, so
Okay.
that's all I did.
Yeah, you have. You have us rage. Did you also rage?
I did not.
Would you like to?
Yeah, probably. That's probably a good thing to do.
Why
Greatly appreciative of this. These guys have super high movement speed, and you are really far forwards, and they all roll better than your friends.
Cool.
Cool. And yeah, with that, we will come to Kruthik B, who I believe can just run up to you.
Fantastic.
So he will give you a little stab. That is a 9 to hit you.
No.
Okay.
Nice.
That brings us to Kruthik E, who says 0.1, but I don't think that's correct. It's just 60. There we go. Is going to come here, and with pack tactics, we'll have advantage against you.
Okay.
So that is a 23 plus 2 from flanking for a 25 to hit you.
That'll hit.
Yeah. So that is 4 piercing damage, half to 2 with your rage. That's
Cool.
for you. Now we have the adult Kruthik. Can he get there? Ooh, he cannot. He can get there. Wait. Let's check. Okay. Why is it saying it's like 60.1? Is he not properly in his space? Yeah, there we go. So he'll move here. And fire a spike at you with his ranged weapon attack. That is a 9 to hit.
No.
Okay. And then that brings us to B, who can get next to you. And with his pack tactics, will stab... Oh, sorry. First of all, that's a 17 to hit you with the second spike in the ranged attack. I didn't realize he had 2 of those.
17 will hit, yeah. That's my AC.
So you will take 6 piercing, half to 3 with your rage. Now, this guy in melee range will have pack tactics, so there'll be 2 advantage attacks against you. The first is a 15, which will miss, plus 2 from flanking. 17, so both will hit. 17 to 24, so you will take 8 half to 4, and 9 half to 4 for a total of 8 piercing damage there. Ardurak! You are up.
All right. Ardurak, just for the hell of it, really, just takes a step to the side slightly, draws his short bow, and as he brings that up to begin to draw back, he has a silver ring on his one of the fingers of his left hand, and kind of clicks that in a little rhythm against the wood of the bow, and there's a little puff of cold air from the silver drake, and at least from Ardurak's perspective, it's almost as though the shimmering heat of the desert cools around adult Kruthic B, just enough for him to get a better bead on the target as he casts Hunter's Mark with one of the freebies for the day. And
Sorry, that's adult Kruthic B, yeah?
yes. And, alright, Jala. Let's see if this was a stupid thing for me to come here or not. And I will use one of my luckies to advantage this attack as well.
Oh, is that how lucky works now?
I think that's what it does.
I have no idea. It's new to me. Can I just ask, is there a mechanical and/or flavor reason that you are a short bow wielder?
Yeah, the Vex instead of the slow. And it's still 80 feet, you know what I mean? So, like,
Yeah, it's still
I
great.
have them
I was
both.
just curious. I think I asked you this during the character creation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if there was any specific...
I really want to hit plenty of luck. Yes, it's when you roll a d20 for your 20 test, you can spend one luck point to give yourself an advantage.
Yeah,
Is
great.
the way it works
Love
now.
that. That's really cool.
Okay. Alright, so attack with advantage. Oop, I clicked the longbow then like a jackass.
Nice.
I think it's the same to hit, though, right?
Yeah, it is the same to hit. And with the advantage, it's a natural 20.
Oh, sick!
Yeah.
Okay, so once again, a reminder, we are doing crunchy crits in this campaign, which means that we will add the maximum possible damage, mostly because that's what we've been doing for the last 3.5 years, and it'll be weird to change. So, hit it.
Yeah, so here's the... I rolled a max on the 6 anyway.
Nice.
So it's 10 plus 6 plus... I gotta roll my Hunter's Mark, too.
16 plus 6 plus your Hunter's Mark roll, right?
There's a spot for that. Yeah, 5 on the Hunter's
So
Mark.
a total of 27 damage, I think?
Yeah.
11 of which is force. Wow. Huge hit. Which is wounded.
And that's not it, because...
What do you mean that's not it?
Because Sterling will use his reaction
Oh, sick.
to infuse that with another d6 of
as well.
cold.
That will crit as well,
Okay.
Joe.
Cool.
Always.
Well, beautiful.
Do you have to use the reaction when you... Can you... What does the reaction trigger say?
When I hit. When someone within 30 feet of him hits somebody else.
Sick. Okay, so that's really cool. So yeah, I think that damage will crit too, because your arrow lands in a critical position. Obviously, it would make slightly more sense if it was when they attack, but yeah, when they hit,
Sure.
that's fine. Yeah, because you can
Up to
choose
you,
to
I'm just-
smite after you've crit, so why not choose to light it with cold? If you roll max damage on that cold, you will kill the creature in one hit.
Well, let's
Nice.
see. I don't know. It won't,
It's D6,
it doesn't
right?
want to roll. Yeah, it doesn't want to roll, so let me just roll a d6 here. I found it finally on my sheet. I'm just going to use where some of this stuff is, but it doesn't want to roll.
It sounds to me like your entire Beyond 20 is not functioning.
Just a 2. It doesn't even want to roll on D&D Beyond, though, for that thing.
Okay.
There's a fucking little thing there, but it won't go. Anyway,
I
it's
see.
2.
Then the creature is severely wounded, and one might say on the brink of death.
Awesome.
You are done, right?
Sterling goes after me, but because I didn't have a bonus action left to tell him to do anything else, he simply dodges. Automatically.
And would he remain in place? I think he can move freely, right? Is that
Yeah,
just-
I mean, I think actually he's fine where he is at the moment.
Okay, Tala. You brought to the table. Off the mute button.
No.
There we go. No, you're
No,
not
I'm
doing
here.
now.
I'm here. Tala, a little concerned for Theogar's safety. Well, am I also not in a spot? There we go.
I think everybody's slightly out of the square because I changed the square size.
We'll step up to here. And we'll sort of hold up her shield and begin to chant a little. And you will see that 3 of the star signs on the shield will begin to light a fire. Perseus, Orion, and Canis. And they will grow very bright with light and fire out the 3 rays of the scorching ray.
Nice.
And who are you attacking with these?
So we're definitely going to target B, who's wounded now.
Bring it down. So less than
yeah.
10 hit points.
And then the other adult Kruthic, I
With the
think.
other 2, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Roll a hit.
Here goes nothing. I rolled them individually, I think, right?
Yep,
Yes.
yeah. 3 separate attack rolls. First one is at... Oh, look at that. That's a 23 to hit on the first one.
Nice. Do I roll damage, or do I try to roll all
Yeah,
three
you
attacks?
can roll damage either from your sheet, or you can roll it in roll 20 with the click button. It's a new,
true. Maybe
yeah,
that's
it's got a really
easier
nice
for that.
system now, updated. Yeah, and that is
That's
enough
7.
to. It is. I've just realised they might be resistant to fire, but they're not. So that is enough to kill that creature. That is your hunter's marked creature that has just died.
Mm-hmm.
And other 2.
Yep. 13 will
I hope
miss.
that came out better. Oh, okay. And final one.
20 will hit.
Lovely. We'll roll it on 20. For 5 damage.
Any bonus action? Any more movement
I
speed?
think I've used my movement. Well, I have a bit of movement, but I'm going to stay here for now.
Okay.
No bonus action.
Cool. That brings us to CNF. C and oh, what are you doing? C and F is going to take the dash action and go all the way up to Celeste. C is going to pack tactics a stab with advantage. I don't know why it won't roll twice, but I'm assuming both an 18, a 20 and a 26 will hit you. Theogar, so that is 5 half to 2 piercing damage. Celeste, you are up.
Oh man. Well, that complicates my turn a little.
Yeah, he's one of the young guy. You can see, like, he's really a runty baby, and everybody else knows their job is to swarm as a pack, and he just goes running off to whoever he thinks looks weakest.
I know. Well, I mean, I know that obviously it's going to be a while since it's turn again, and I've got people around me that could help deal with it. So I'm going to stick with my original plan.
Okay.
I look over to Theo, who's being surrounded.
Swarmed, one might say.
Yeah. And I take on my fiddle. As you know the beginning of the song Untouched by the Veronicas? Like, it's like... yeah, she starts playing.
No, I do. They're Australian.
Yeah, but I have to really think about that. That was like a pull out. Yeah.
Well, anyways, it's
No,
like a
it's
real, it's like a it's just like a really powerful like. And I will use my action to cast Enhanced Weapon on Theo's.
Yeah. Can you ping that for us?
like,
This is the
main
first time
weapon.
we've seen it.
Yep. And so this purple and blue magic, it has like white magical music notes like weaved within it, and it snakes its way over to Theo and ignites his weapon with lightning.
Okay.
That's my action, and then as my bonus action,
So the
I'm
next
going to...
time you hit with an attack, dear guy, it will do d6 of lightning damage.
Yes. And with my bonus action, I'm going to cast Adrenaline on him. So after that magic snakes around his weapon, it then goes into him, protecting him a little bit. I will also ping this.
Thank you.
So until the beginning of my next turn, his speed is doubled and he has a +2 to AC.
Oh, what's the range on that?
60 feet.
Oh, okay. For some reason I thought it was like a mini haste and then it was melee. Okay, cool. That's fine. It is like a mini haste, but it's not melee. +2 armor class, double movement speed, sick. Anything else from you?
That is me.
Sounds like favoritism to me, don't you think, guys? To be fair, it's kind of appropriate favoritism, but it does seem like favoritism to me. Captain Billytea, last on the boat, last in initiative. Welcome to the fight. Fucking Firebolt, what are you doing?
I didn't know I was a captain. So, dude, could I have made my Eldritch Cannon before we got into the fight, or do I?
I would assume that you assemble your Eldritch Cannon at the beginning of every day, no? It doesn't have a duration, does it?
It does. I don't think it lasts that long. I thought it. Does it last forever? I can't remember.
Well, it lasts an hour.
Nah, after an hour. It disappears after an hour.
Mm.
Oh, it's rough, isn't it?
A little bit.
How long does it take to make it?
An action.
Just an action.
I mean, we were circling up the candle, but
And it takes a long rest to get back.
Sorry, Jack, I'm doing a little reading. I'll be a minute.
That's alright.
Oh, you can spell slot make another one, huh? That's how the Drake is too.
Yeah, this alright.
Okay, I
gonna
like
watch
this
this.
guy. I like this guy. So, a lot of people are saying that, like, any campaign that's centered around fights that tend to last 2 to 3 rounds makes the Artillerist feel very weak, especially when fights are not drawn out. And that kind of describes our thing. And the suggested fix is that it instead costs you a reaction when you roll initiative. Because otherwise,
Cool.
in the first round of every single combat in this entire campaign, you're going to spend your action summoning a cannon, and that's going to feel super shitty. The other option is as a bonus action. What does it do? Is the bonus action what it does, or is it is that
Yeah,
a
it
replace of
shoots
an
with a
action?
bonus action. No, it shoots like it'd be costing 2 bonus actions to.
Yeah,
if
so
we
we'll
make it-
go with
if we
that.
make
If
it
it
so
starts to seem broken, then I'll retract that. But for now, you take the reaction when you roll initiative, so you won't ever have a reaction until your turn,
Yeah,
which is the way of balancing it out.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
I think we'll try that for now.
that's fine.
And I think that's kind of mean anyway, because you have the shield. You have shield, I think. So it's
Yeah,
still
shield,
something
yeah.
nice to have a reaction. So yeah, you can choose not to take it, but we'll do that. So
Alright.
I didn't put the asset on the
That's right. I'm gonna be holding it almost always.
yeah,
Anyway.
exactly. I didn't put the asset on there, but assuming you're holding it for now, that is fine.
Yeah.
So ironically, I have an actual cannon. Do you want that?
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, look, it shrunk it. Why did it shrink it? There we go. Just where you're pointing at, Duncan, your handheld super cannon. Anyway, sorry. So yes, you summon as a reaction. Have your turn.
Yeah. I run up here. I think as I'm running, I assemble it and I take out. So there was that big cannon that I had on my back, but then there was this little one that I described.
Yep.
And I take out like an apparatus that was strapped to my leg that you notice, and I just hook it on and then put it on my forearm, and then I point it at the young Krithik down here, and it fires a blast of force. I'm just gonna use Firebolt because there's no to hit with it, so I'm just gonna hit with Firebolt. And I got an 11.
Cool. That doesn't hit anything.
Yeah, cool.
Not even one of your
next
allies. Wait, but now you've got a. So that's your action is Fireball. What's your bonus action? It's the thing attacking, right?
No, that was the bonus action. It was. Oh yeah, that's true. I can now Firebolt.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Either way, there
Okay.
should be 2 attack rolls. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. All right, that was a 17 with the Firebolt, and that is 7 fire damage.
Sorry, what
So
are you
young
attacking?
Krithik F.
Young Krithik
Krithik
F. 7 fire damage is their hit points. They are dead.
Nice.
Beautiful. Alright.
Okay, that brings us to A and D, who are going to 60 feet move over. This one's going to take the dash action to get to here, Theogar, and D is going to get next to you, and with advantage, it's going to try and stab you, or 25 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Dealing 5 half to 2. And we need to I think we need to end at the top of initiative there. I don't think we can stretch any further, unfortunately. I knew we probably shouldn't have commenced with said combat, but I know how some people were a tad eager. I am just going to pick some random person. Wait, are any of these guys dead? Kruthic F is dead, so I'm just going to delete him off the initiative tracker so I can screenshot it so that I've got it for next week if it doesn't resume. And that guy's only missing 5 hit points, so if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay. We will come to the timeless tradition of MVPs. I have about 14, so we will go is quite simply in actual alphabetical order, and we will come first to Jack.
It's everybody's characters, man. It was so good. It was like Josh having like the sort of, you know, soft character that's like, oh, everyone can be their best self, and it's like, oh, if you don't get boiled down at the end of the campaign, like, you know what I mean? That's a power move right there. And then like Joe's character just being like the, well, hello, chap, and good, hello, fellow countrymen. You know, it's so good. It's so fun.
I don't even have to show up now.
It's good to see a fellow Brit. And all that fucking shit. And then and then Tala, man. Tala was like, once again, just this gentle giant of like a, you know, of like just, and knowing all the like the religion stuff, like, you know, I tried to attempt that, and then like
It's tough,
I was just
right?
like, this is too much for me. I'm kind of gonna abandon it. Like that's a force. And then of course the fucking the ignorant like quips from Mark were just like, but I thought the town shifted, and it's like oh, like, oh, did you, so like who did you pick to marry out to the women, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all of the shit was so good. Everyone was just excellent today.
Well, follow that. Joe.
Lots of amazing, great stuff, obviously. I don't want to take too much from the people behind me.
Yes, sorry.
I will say, no, that's fine. I will say, I liked the Jack when you like the cannon, and then you're like, oh no, but also it has purpley shit all over it because it's not a normal cannon. Like that's the most automatic way to make something not normal. Is it's got purpley shit all over it.
It really does, though.
And just at the dinner or the luncheon with the Sheik, I really appreciated being able to kind of like count on. I would have counted on any of you, but James, to sort of pick up on, like, I was deliberately going like, this should all be like the East. We'll make the whole West just like the East, knowing that that's an obnoxious thing to say, and knowing that I could trust you to pick that up, so I don't just look like I actually, you know, me think that or whatever. Anyway, just
that was good.
It
was a lovely thing to, and it's a simple assumption to make, right? We have a great life in our civilized town, so why should everybody else not have that?
I wanted to be countered, so I was glad you were there to do it. That's
appreciate it. Josh.
I have two, one general one and then one specific one. So the general one, I just want to give everyone a lot of props for the intro of their characters. I think you all did such a good job of really solidifying who they are in that introduction, that the rest of the session it didn't feel like a disconnect of the characters changed or anything like
Right,
that.
yeah.
So I just really want to give you guys props for really knowing your characters so well off the bat, because I know that at the beginning of a campaign it can be a bit tricky sometimes. That I find it a bit tricky sometimes.
Helps when you've had 11
main-
weeks to think about it.
Sure,
My bad.
sure, but it's a bit different in practice.
No, I'm kidding.
you
I'm
know?
kidding. It's absolutely like
Um,
playing it for the first time is really hard to nail that. So you did really well. I agree.
Yeah. And the main one is just huge props to Rico for the imagination of that shield, having all the different sections for all the different constellations. And like having the holes so that the light shines through because you're a light domain. Like it's just really that is really like high level IQ thinking that.
Mark.
Yeah, Rico's shield was my top one. So then I'll go into the funny ones of just like it's one hell of a get up in describing Celeste's outfit as Duncan saw her, and then just is that checkmate moment was just like amazing.
Brutal and great. I loved it. Yeah, Rico.
I have to give props to Jack for busting out the props. I love that. I honestly was half expecting Joe to show up in a tweed cap today, but maybe now that I've planted the seed, it will come.
We'll see.
But I really actually enjoyed that conversation with Celeste and Tala and the women in the village in Reshka or whatever it was called.
Yeah, for sure.
It was just like a nice sort of like introduction to what underlies like what will obviously be a funny or joyful or heartbreaking campaign, but like that is sort of like what it is that we are here to help people who have lost, right?
Yeah, and I do want to just make a little tiny point. The gender separation that you've seen in the northern parts of Savage West is not the case in the southern, for the most part, apart from the one place that doesn't have any men. So this isn't going to be a continued, like, you're not going to constantly have to deal with men and women separately, because I don't actually like that all that much, but I thought it was interesting to show that cultural part in that one place. And I also thought the two of you, like, really nailed that moment. It was really a little beautiful, like, circle of women. You guys barely touched any of mine, so I'm going to take them all. I loved Mark or Theo with the gelatinous cube going, what am I? Do I eat it? Do I swallow it? Do I just? Ardurak's hesitation. So you've nailed the voice, but it's the bit going on in the middle that's just so cool. Rico's knowledge of the gods. Okay, you guys did pick up on that, but I'm going to reiterate because that just makes me as a world builder so happy. Like, Celeste's emotional. Celeste offering emotional guidance for Duncan, like right off the bat. Like, if you need to, I wasn't sure if you were offering to cast calm emotions on him or if you were like offering him counseling.
I absolutely was.
Whichever it was great. Duncan's just mess when he arrived, and I don't mean throwing up. I mean, like, the moment that really was cool for me was when you got the chest put out and all the pieces sprayed out. And that's such a me thing that I really enjoyed the sort of that he's scrambling about on the floor and like, Tala nailing Mr. Billytea or Mistability, which is, it just reads to me like missed ability every time when he says Mr. Billytea, so I was loving that. And then Theo saying we can go have adventures now was great. But my three main ones, we had all of a sudden fucking Firebolt coming out of his wand. Tala saying I'm sorry to a camel, and then my actual two MVPs was Mark walking up to a camel saying I'm going to ride you, you're going to spit on me, which just sold me completely, and he said it with such a straight face. Execution perfect. And Joe, you brought me to tears with your answer to what's it like being in love. That was just
that was great.
it felt like that was like, it was all campaign, but that was real, and it just that was just huge for me. So I did go out a D4 to Mark and Joe for two very opposite parts of love. And with that is where we're going to end. So if you guys would like to say goodbye.
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 We shall see you soon.